Oh, I'm out of battery. Hang on, what the fuck? Guys, I might be playing as a villain. Guys, I might be playing as a villain. His wife is fake. Okay, so the clock stopped at fucking, I don't know, that's like, what, like, fucking 10... I will continue this bit with the broom. I want to see if I can beat a fucking kitty cat.
I feel, you know, I think it works.
Yeah, I should probably actually set, I should probably actually go live on mine. Yo! Hello, everyone! Hi, Carl!
Yo!
Yo! Hi, I infected Jade with lycanthropy. That's the lore for
Yeah, there
this
it
stream.
is. Yeah.
So, by the end of this
Lycanthropy that turns you into
campaign,
a gnoll.
everyone here will be a furry. Everyone. Your government-mandated fursona will arrive.
Someone on Twitter told me I wasn't a furry, so I mean, you gotta compete with that. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, look. You don't decide if you're a furry. The internet does. Like, look, I was minding my own business, enjoying myself, young, like, 7-year-old me. And then I played Blinks the Time Sweeper for Xbox. And it was all downhill from there. Twitter didn't even exist, but it reached back in time. Man, that shopkeeper cat could get it, though.
What? What?
What?
What?
What?
I'm. I don't want to know.
Blinks the Time Sweeper. The shopkeeper could get it, though. In both games. By the way, this is also when I figured out I was bisexual, because in the second game it's a guy.
I have no idea what you're okay.
Play Blinks the Time Sweeper!
Okay, what system is it on? I've never heard of this game before.
It's on original Xbox.
I thought you said...
It's on original Xbox, and it is abandonware, so you can emulate it with zero fucking moral hang-ups.
I thought you said, like, Link's shopkeeper or something like that. So I'm just trying to think of which, like, shopkeepers in Zelda you might be talking about, and nothing made sense.
No, it's definitely the guy who shoots lasers in Link's Awakening. If any of them can get it, it's that one.
Yeah. That dude rules.
All right, so okay, so I'm gonna send this in the chat. All right, Jade, this was the furry awakening.
I'm Jade.
And then the second
Understandable.
game,
have a good day.
And then the second game came out, and this was the bisexual awakening.
That's the same person.
Yeah, no, that's the same person. It's just pre and post transition.
Yeah, exactly.
Your facts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that's the same character.
I am so proud of him for his transition.
Yes.
He just put on a little bit of extra makeup on his snout. That's all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do not dead name Jimmy on this stream.
Hey Zeno, how's it going?
Good. Can't say that.
Doing good?
Yeah. Yeah, no, don't worry. You're streaming, you're safe, don't worry. Oh, that was almost bad.
What was almost bad?
What?
I caught myself because Jade is streaming on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Hello,
Zeno.
welcome to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Hi,
Hello.
YouTube.
I did YouTube. Catch
Hi,
yourself
YouTube.
For a second.
Hi, YouTube. We are not sitting here. Hello. Hi, Cass. Hang on, I'm gonna put on my D&D music. I'm brain damaged. There we go.
May I draw everyone's attention to Lupert for a moment?
Yes, all hail Lupert.
I just want everyone to appreciate Lupert.
Yeah,
Lupert is incredible. Lupert is the backbone of this entire stream.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this campaign, Honestly, I was not really all that confident in y'all until Lupert arrived. He's the backbone this party needed.
Absolutely, no question there.
Thank you for the stretches.
Frankly, I think we should just stop what we're doing and do a Lupert adventure from now on.
Yeah, like, you know what? Like, you all have your,
I mean-
your motivations and everything, but I'm gonna be honest. I think we need to explore Lupert's story. Like, what's his deal? I made him stand.
Can I re-roll as a Gripply?
Trans rights.
You can reroll.
Alright, so
You can reroll as a null.
understandable. So, we were going to go suplex a goblin.
Yeah, we were.
One of our characters is having some emotional concerns, like reasonable ones. And I just remembered that there's something that we forgot to do.
What did
Oh,
we
boy.
forget to do?
We should go back. We need to go back over here. Wait, can I ping? Yes, I can ping.
Can't make because the game's paused.
You can ping when the game is paused.
Oh,
I just did.
I'm
Haha,
crazy.
wrecked.
I legitimately do not know how to ping, and if I ever did, I have forgotten.
Click and hold. What?
I did it!
Hooray!
Sorry.
Yay, good job.
I'm so impressive, and everyone loves me.
Yeah. Congratulations, Lennon. Your government issued persona will come next.
That technically makes me last then, doesn't it? Because Xeno's already a cat.
No, Xeno's in denial.
Oh,
But my persona is Goblin.
Oh, you're a Chihuahua? Okay.
I feel like the real life Goblin would be like some type of possum, honestly.
Actually, yeah. When is Lennon as possum? When is that art happening?
You know, that should be a thing, and it's not yet. I don't know why.
Hell yeah.
I really couldn't tell you.
Hi, Tanny. How much do I get from bits? I get... So, every bit is a penny, and I get all of it. The cut happens when you buy the bits up front. I don't know what the cut is, though.
that's why they went up on the price for buying bits, and it's
Yeah, if you want to support your streamers, it's usually better to use their dono links. Hi, Ploof. Again.
I don't mind on the YouTube nearly as much, simply because I know that YouTube does promote streams that are more profitable. So, like, yeah, if someone gives me super chat, I'm just like, yeah, that's cool.
No.
Like, yeah, Ko-fi gives me a better cut, but like,
Twitch don't
I
care.
appreciate everything.
Twitch does not care.
no.
Yeah.
Twitch just wants their money.
Yeah, like if you get like a hype train and like a bunch of raids, then they feature you, which is like really weird. I think it's because they make more money from ads overall. I'm not sure. My Spotify's not actually playing for.
Well, I mean, they get more money from ads, and then they also get their money from your, like, you getting subs or
Yeah.
bits and whatever.
So
I have you
What's
set
the
up as a Fuji. If you
Yeah,
want to
I'm
set
already-
yourself as a cat, you should follow this link.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna- Yeah, we're just gonna
And
set
for everybody
this-
else, here is Xeno's browser source Fujitech.
Thank you. Yeah, we're just gonna
Oh,
have
they
Xeno as a
updated.
Fuji because it's broken. So Xeno has a new computer, everybody, because it exploded.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, if it's new, that doesn't suck, but
I mean,
the
Yeah.
exploding sucks.
yeah.
I didn't realize that they updated Fuji again.
Yeah.
So now
Looks
it
better
shows
now.
whether you're muted or in Discord.
I prefer being
you
supported
didn't.
against the Tanny. No, you can. You know what? You know what? No, if y'all are gonna be out of pocket and lewd in my chat, I'm sorry to say this is the one stream I can't say it because we've got someone in YouTube.
Hi.
Yeah,
No loot allowed.
This collab has like a 40% chance of getting demonetized. It's just going by history.
Jade.
Hi.
you're trans. It's 40% always.
Ouch.
Did have you seen the short that I posted for Trans Day of Visibility?
I did not actually know.
Well, first off, you should. Second off, there is nothing in that is like advertiser unfriendly.
Mm-hmm.
It got denied monetization. It got yellowed, reviewed, and they said, no, this is obscene. It's a Back to the Future parody.
Well, you know what happened to me last Pride,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Got my whole channel demonetized because I was while doing a fundraiser for the Trevor Project.
Yeah, fun. Yeah, so YouTube sucks if you're not cis and or white.
Yeah. I'm usually family friendly enough that it doesn't make too much of a difference, but
I like saying the fuck word too much.
Oh no.
All right, so we all good to start. We got our gubbins out.
I'm golden.
All right, our family friendly gubbins.
Yee.
All right. So, last time you all arrived at the Goblin Burrows, where you met with Trash Cat, who was very happy to see Lennon, but also kind of wanted Lennon to stay away. You found out that there is some sort of blood-sucking monster, probably a vampire, in the mines.
Definitely a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
As well as something else. Goblins and carriage cats are just being let to die in there, and their bodies are just being brought back to the barracks and left, which is like really messed up. And Prosperity has built himself this massive castle off to the side of the burrows. Like basically just like showing his greed and just I think the explanation you were given is that he justified it by saying that they have to look wealthy in order to attract wealthy traders. But but you see this thing, it's a McMansion. It is what poor people think rich people live in. And also Hero Lorson, our beloved brick-brained dwarf, summoned his mighty steed, Lupert, the sand camel.
Yes. He's very
Who is
special and
sand
deserves to
camel?
go on the refrigerator.
He is sapient, he knows things, he is aware of the world.
He is
he
alive
knows-
and can feel pain.
Yes, and all he feels is pain, as he is made
He
out
seems
of
pretty
sand.
ambivalent about it, though.
He is made out of sand and rocks, and desires only to return to the abyss from which he came. Unfortunately, he cannot.
Understandable.
As a summoned steed, death for him is but a temporary reprieve until he is summoned again.
Well,
I love you, Lupert.
I want to die.
Shoutouts to Lupert, though.
Lupert is the
For real.
hero. Lupert will be the true savior of this campaign. Lupert's the kind of bird to be like, I stopped breathing 5 minutes ago. It was nice. Then I had to start again.
see, that's what I like about Lupert is it's like there's like a positive outlook on the things that are horrible that are happening.
Lupert is not capable of despair. Even when he is expressing his desire to die, he's positive. Where is Eddie going?
I am going to. Well, what-
Hey everybody.
Mm.
No, it would help
What?
if I
You are
activated the virtual webcam.
Oh my god!
That's
Yeah.
true. That would help. Yeah, that's a good point.
So stupid.
Glad you figured it out.
Zeno,
Oh, yeah, I hate myself.
Zeno,
Sorry.
Zeno, I don't want to tell you I don't want to tell you I told you so, but I may have literally told you that was the issue.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did? Sorry, I did not hear you, Lennon.
That's actually kind of why I didn't pipe up, because I knew that was the issue. I just assumed you'd done it and it didn't work, and I'm just like, well, shit. I
Oh,
don't
wow,
know.
Liv.
Mhm.
I'm going to be in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
Please just tell me I'm being stupid instead of sandbagging it.
So
It doesn't help.
Lennon gave you the solution. I assumed.
I didn't hear Lennon, okay? I'm stupid. I'm
I
very
assume that you
stupid.
heard. See.
I love
It's fine.
D&D.
It's fine. Fine is the thing that it is.
I love
D&D
Dungeons and
moment.
Dragons. It's great.
No, see, I assumed that you had already done that, and my next advice was going to be try using a different output capture, like Spout, instead of the virtual camera. That was like, yeah, but then we'll have to probably set up Spout if it's not already installed or anything. So you know what? Never mind. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't fine. Anyways.
Anyways, get that sorted, and like me and Jade will put you up when.
Yeah, it works instantly. Yeah, I'm just stupid. Cool.
You're not stupid. Shut up.
No, Matt, I'm be honest. That is not something you can defend. I looked at it 10 times, saw it was off, did not turn it on.
Oh my god. All right, Lidded, post the link, and I'm gonna get this started. So, we start out with where we left off, where we had all of y'all standing on the threshold of Prosperity's castle. Linen taking a breath, coming to terms with the fact that she is potentially going to have to murder, one of the people that practically, not raised her, but, oh, I just realized your eyes are purple and everything. Damn. You're gonna just have no eyes?
Oh.
It's fine.
But it worked before.
You're using green before, that's why.
Oh.
Alright.
1 sec.
Yep, that's fine. It gives me a time to do this redeem.
I'm very sorry, everybody.
Thank you for the player cap.
I'm being very unprofessional right now. Alright, that should work now.
Really hope that didn't come over poorly on the mic. I don't do that very often.
Darn it.
What?
Look at you, Streamlive.
I fixed it. It's fine.
You fixed it?
I fixed it, immediately.
Oh, thank you.
Alright.
Okay,
so,
sorry. Continue on. I am very sorry for my disruptions.
Alright, so... Right. So, Linen is now standing in front of this door, trying to kind of, come to terms with the fact that she's most likely going to have to kill the guy who, has basically led her tribe since she was an infant. Gave her her name, and also has just generally been the bane of her existence for the last... How long have you been exiled? 3 months? Lennon?
I hit a mute for a moment, and then I forgot to turn it off. I don't know. I assumed it was longer than 3 months.
Well, we'll say like a year. We'll say like a year. Nice round number. All right. So yeah, so this person who was basically had you banished from your homeland for about a year, you get back, and not only do you find everything you were told you had to fix working perfectly fine and back to normal, but you find the place literally full of corpses. So, a lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories, a lot of memories that make you look back and go, hang on a minute, is that abuse? Just like when I go home.
Liv, come on.
Joke's on you, it's time for the DM to have therapy. No, I'm kidding. It's not just the players getting therapy. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, so we're gonna come back in on that with Linen standing before this big double door. What do?
All right. Pardon me.
Before we jump exactly to that moment, Jade, what were you interested in exploring in the other area before we
Oh, I mean, what? There's
There
someone
was
who I
something
needed
you
to
said
talk
we
to.
forgot.
Yeah, there's someone who I talked to before who I need to talk to again real quick.
Who was it?
I'm just going to politely excuse myself while we're taking some time to compose yourself, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a good few moments where I'm just staring at this door. Like I look fully like I intend to open it, but it's that weird thing where it's like, are they okay? Are they stuck? I'm just there, hand out on the door handle, staring at it for a moment.
I mean, fair. Jade, what?
Hello.
Tell me what you're
So-
doing, because this might be something that
Yes.
can wait until after.
So this is the NPC who was fairly opposed to the idea of, well, the Posh Goblin, right?
Yeah, this is the head. This is not the head druid, but the oldest druid that is currently, like, they're not the elder druid, but they are the oldest druid, if that makes sense, right? They don't have the title, but they have the age. Yeah, they are not. She is not a giant fan of prosperity.
Right. So I'm gonna head over there. I'm just going to be like, hey, just so you know, what is his title? Duke? King? The guy who took all of your money and is leaving you guys to stack your dead like cordwood in the living quarters? Yeah, we're gonna go deal with him. 5 gold to any goblin who can grab a knife and come with, alright?
She's gonna, like, narrow her eyes, and she's going to
Persuasion?
grit her teeth. And she's gonna shake her head. She'll be like, I will not lead us into. Fuck. Hang on. Sorry. I need to think of the word. Sorry. I will not lead us into open rebellion. Not in such an unstable time. If prosperity changes his ways or decides to maybe stop breathing.
Right, got it. Hey, we're gonna go change Prosperity's ways. Anyone want in?
The goblins all look at you. This water ganassi that they don't know, in company of Linen, the goblin they have been told is the reason all this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them sneer at you, but most of them just, like, give you a look, and then go back to, like, what little food they have. Like, and you see that it is, like, functionally roadkill. Like, these goblins are hopeless. They have been beat down over the last year, and there's no fight left in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not even a roll for it. Wow. Okay.
I'm literally just saying these people are beat down and hopeless. For the last year they've been literally bled dry. Both like, you know, like, and I do mean literally.
Well, I head back. So Linen, you ready?
I mean, no, not really. But what difference has that ever made?
Lupert lumbers over. Eddie bonks his head against yours, Linen. And you just hear, like, his thoughts, like, broadcast. He says, "So what? Once I stepped on a pebble. It went into my hoof. It's still there. It's part of me now." And then he steps away after giving his sage wisdom, and he just kind of, like, tries to do the thing, you know, like when camels, like, bend their knees like a folding table, but, like, because he's so fucked up, he just turns into, like, a heap.
Oh no.
So we all agree if anyone touches Lupert, they die, right? We're all on the same page on that?
I'm okay with petting. Maybe hugs, but no more than that.
I like hugs. Lupert has
I don't know,
dispensed his
for a
sage
minute,
wisdom. I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
For a minute there, I thought I had it. Like, I thought I could just walk in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stood here for a second too long, I think.
Yeah.
So now I actually have
understand
to, like, think about doing the thing, and I don't want to do that.
What are we thinking of doing?
Killing a vampire, I think.
I mean,
That's still the plan, right? That's still the plan.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The first vampire is the one in here, I think. The one who's drawing blood from the masses is not the
Mhm.
literal one, but both are important.
Yeah.
So are we sure there is a vampire here?
What does
I
it
mean-
matter?
It better be a vampire. That's the. I don't know.
Well, I will just do this and find out.
Didn't
Okay.
didn't Lennon literally use theirs last time to determine that there was?
Probably.
Not here, Lennon didn't.
Oh, okay, just in general area.
Like,
Gotcha.
Lennon used it over in the main boroughs, which, like, I think Lennon's... I don't remember the range on Lennon's, but, like...
I think
like,
it's
he
actually
had,
pretty
like-
decent. I probably would have been able to tell if there was. Well, no, because I can't tell where they are. Just if they exist.
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
Mhm.
It's
yeah,
anything
oh,
within
yeah.
a mile.
Yeah, Lorson
so-
Yeah,
knows.
so-
Lorson knows the exact location.
Okay.
Okay, Celestial Fiend or Undead within 60 feet of you. This is not behind total cover. So...
Oh, that does not help. a
Yeah,
lot.
there's kind of walls in the way. You can
Well,
sense
mm.
Lupert, and you can sense Nightshade. And they kind of like are diametrically opposed. Nightshade comes to you as like hardest fucking fiend possible. Like you like, but you're used to it at this point. Lupert, however, is a bright shining ray of sunshine. There is not a thought in his head, only goodness.
I'm convinced that you can sense me as well, since I am part goddess now.
Jesus Christ. You sense a faint signal from. Hang on, actually, let me. No, actually, no, you don't actually sense
No.
anything. No, because you don't count as any of those things. Not even like tangentially.
I do have a follow-up question.
Uh huh.
How many people are on the other side of this wall?
You haven't opened the door, so.
I have tremor
Uh,
sense.
I have opened the door,
oh.
actually. We text Avery it. We opened the door, walked in, I got pulled back, and we closed the door.
Okay, fair. Tremor sense, is it only things that are moving, or is it...
I don't believe it actually states.
Let me double check. Back! Sippies. Let's go splash in the face of my water. Crap. Alright, hang on. Let me, tremor sense 5e. Okay, if a creature is standing perfectly still, so if they're moving in any way, shape, or form, you can sense them.
Yee.
So, okay. So, how many feet of tremor sense do you have?
60.
Mhm.
Alright,
That's really, really good.
Yeah, it's almost as if, like, the dwarves in my setting are generally pretty good. Alright. So... Oh, crap. A little too... Back. Oh my god. I'm going to scream. Stop it! Like,
You good?
Foundry is being a nightmare right now.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So it's auto scrolling as I'm dragging, and it's not great. All right, so with your tremor sense, you can sense two creatures moving around, very very light footsteps. Two creatures that are still, but they're doing something on the ground. You hear like a rhythmic scraping sound. It's like brush bristles going across marble. And that is the only thing you can hear. Or I guess here's the wrong word. Sense, I guess.
Feel.
Feel.
I think they're brushing a cat in there.
We already saw some people scrubbing the floor. It's probably just them.
Only one way to find out.
I push the door open.
So, you open the door. So you can actually open the door.
Oh. Yes, I realized that.
Alright.
There's...
So you open the door and you see that lining the walls are 6 suits of armor that are way too big for a goblin. Like they are like actually like full on human sized. They stand completely motionless, overseeing the room. You see 2 goblins scrubbing the floor, and 2 brooms seemingly moving on their own. Lorson, you feel beyond these brooms footsteps guiding them. There are invisible creatures pushing the brooms. So, anyone with a background in magic would know that those are unseen servants. Basically, small, illusory creatures conjured to, do menial tasks. Usually, you can only summon one at a time, and they generally, like, dissipate when they are not within eyeshot of their creator. These ones are moving autonomously, meaning that there's some sort of magic keeping them animated. This would be like very basic knowledge, so I'm just going to give you that. The goblins do not look up from their scrubbing, and the unseen servants continue their sweeping. Like, it's not that they haven't noticed. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think like I after I open the door and see this scene in front of us, I just like kind of like look back over my shoulder at everyone. I'm just like, I was expecting this to be the end.
It looks more like a ballroom.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably at the top. They're probably on the top floor, I guess.
I really thought I was going to open that door and have to punch somebody.
So,
you know, I find that punching people is actually pretty commonly not the path. You just need to be ready to punch somebody. Otherwise, no one will take you seriously enough when the time comes.
So, as you move through the ballroom, the servant goblins and the unseen servants, they don't seem to acknowledge you beyond as you go past. One of them quickly like scuttles over to where you're like where your feet have stepped and just starts like anxiously just like trying to like pick up your boot prints. This marble floor is polished to an absolute sheen, which is honestly doing it more harm than good because they're scrubbing it so much that they're taking the top layer off.
Do I recognize either of the goblins?
You feel like you do, but they look so emaciated and like barely alive. Like it looks like they've not eaten in days. So like it's kind of hard to tell them. Like you think you recognize one, you think you recognize Beanbag, but like it's so hard to tell because last time you saw him, he was actually relatively overweight. But this one in front of you is skin and bones. The only way you can really recognize him is there's a small notch missing from his ear, which he got during his naming journey. Big guess what he brought back.
Not near, that's for sure.
Eddie, Eddie, in front of you, you see there's a door that seems rather commonplace, but you can just smell would Eddie have ever been to an aviary?
Probably. She was in fairly a wealthy district initially.
Yeah, like it smells like an aviary, but like wrong.
Alright, I'm gonna peek in. I'm not gonna open it all the way. I'm just gonna peek in.
Okay. So, as you look inside, you see a big cage that like a bunch of messenger birds would have been kept in. And you see like bird keeping equipment, you see oh god, what's it called? What's the sport called where like you have the eagle on the glove?
Falconry.
Falconry, yeah. And like you see falconry equipment and messenger equipment, and you start and it seems really odd to you. Because usually messenger birds and hunting falcons are not kept in one place. For
Yeah,
good
bad
reason.
plan.
You see this room, this explicitly an aviary, with the windows backing out onto sheer cliffs, save one that goes into a very narrow dugout that you can see sunlight peeking through. And in the big cage in the middle, you see nothing but bird bones. Bones of messenger birds and the desiccated corpses of starved falcons. It seems like somebody tried to get into falconry and having messenger birds
And
without
missed.
really understanding what they're going on. Like very like this is the thing rich people do, so therefore I'm going to do it and do it poorly.
Hey, Lennon, if it makes you feel better, they're torturing animals too. I mean, not feel better isn't like actually like feel better, but like feel better about stabbing them. I mean, not that we're necessarily gonna whatever.
Oh, and in the ballroom, by the way, all the windows are closed. But like, if anyone were to open one, you would see that they too back out onto sheer cliff sides. Like these windows are put in because they were supposed to be there, not because they're functional. Like this thing is very uncanny.
Ooh, I can peek through the.
Hey, Larson.
Yes.
Larson, it's my understanding that dwarves are good at telling like the quality of stonework and stuff. Is this place proper stone? Is this place what's this place like? How quick is this place gonna fall apart if we want it to?
May I make a history check on this?
Hang on, let me. Where? I don't. Do you have stone cunning still? I don't think you do.
No, you did
Yeah.
not give that to
Nope.
dwarves.
All right. Tell you what. You know what? Because it's funny. Because dwarves are made of stone. Make me a medicine check.
I mean, sure.
I mean, it is stone. Dwarves would know the health of stone in the same way someone would know the health of an animal.
No, that makes sense.
That's not a great roll.
Lorson, you take you take off your gauntlet and you reach out to touch one of the stone pillars. You press your hand against it to try and get like a sense of like the makeup of the stone and how it is. Your hand goes through it. Part of this, like this thing is made out of stone, but like not very good stone, and it's not consistent stone the whole way. In fact, the part your hand went through appears to just be plywood painted to look like stone.
It
Wow.
seems pretty sturdy to me.
Like, beyond
I'd
the fact that
say-
it's really shitty, you have no idea how sturdy it is.
I'd say another 50 years at least.
It's crap.
But it's it. Do you like? Is it literally made out of plywood?
That pillar was.
Okay.
Here, you know
Larson,
what?
do you let us know that it's not actually stone, or is it literally just it's sturdy?
It's sturdy.
You
As
would
Okay.
have you would have
see,
seen him
Accept
lean
this.
against it and like punch a hole through it though.
I'm going to fix the hole.
The hole just sews itself back together, just good as new. In fact, actually better than it was before, honestly.
See? Sturdy. It even fixes
Linen.
itself.
How many
Yeah.
messenger birds did the goblins carry?
What?
How many messenger birds? How many do you stock? 20, 30?
What? We have cats.
Uh-huh. You guys not use messenger birds? Huh.
Well, you can go pretty fast on a cat. I've never even flown.
Well, oh, understood. Okay.
I know that's off the cuff, but like that's actually more or less what I was expecting as well. Yeah, why would the goblins use messenger birds? They have sentient cats that could just deliver messages. But yeah. So you see this nightmare bird room. You see like these
Mm-hmm.
like everything here is poorly made with a veneer of being fancy. And it's super poorly maintained if it was even made to be decent in the first place. Eddie, you stand before a door that is lined in precious gemstones.
I appear to have been able to peek through the keyhole slightly.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it locked?
No. So, is everyone gonna try and catch up with Eddie, or is Eddie just gonna charge on ahead?
I'm not walking fast. I'm just moseying.
Birds.
I think I'm finally taking a little bit of time to actually like pay attention to what's going on around us.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, what that looks like right now is I want to take a moment to just like go to each of these goblins and just like lightly, like not like tap them on the shoulder, but like lightly like put my hand against them so they know that I'm not like going to harm them or anything, and just like tell them to leave.
So, you tap Beanbag on the shoulder. He looks up at you. And he's like, there's like, his gaze is vacant. And he looks like he's not there for a moment. And then the lights turn on. He recognizes you. And he goes, Linen?
You know what? I grab him by the wrist and I like gently pull him over to the other goblin.
Okay.
And then I do a good berry and I feed these goblins some berries.
So, Beanbag, seeing as he knows you, descends upon the berries immediately. And, like, you knew him to be a glutton, but, like, he consumes these berries, like, in a way that even surprises you. Like he is starving. The other one winces when he sees the berries. And, Linen, can you give me a perception or investigation check, please? One of the two.
Yeah, sure. What am I? They're about equal. So.
No. Which one you do is give you different.
Oop.
Well.
Yeah. You can't.
So that was a perception.
Okay. You can't tell why he's wincing. But you do notice that along his arms there is he has a tattoo sleeve of twisting vines and like twisting vines interspersed with depictions of carriage cats. It's not super detailed, but you recognize it. It's something that you've seen very, very often. It's something you would notice in a moment. This
Are they one of the
goblin
druids?
is a druid. And from the lack of iconography on his tattoo, he's a junior druid. He's an initiate.
Mm.
He should not be here. He should not be doing menial
Yeah.
labor in rags.
Yeah. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How junior of a druid? Like how small? Like I'm like
He looks young enough that he's not even gone on his naming pilgrimage yet.
okay.
Hmm.
That was pretty much what I was asking. Yeah.
No. Like this goblin
Okay.
doesn't even have his name yet. Which is why you wouldn't recognize him. What do you do? Like he
don't know.
refuses to touch the berries.
Where did we leave Trash Cat?
You sent Trash Cat to do something, and I don't remember what it was.
I believe Trash Cat was going to the stables to try and comfort the other cats there.
Oh, yeah,
I could
yeah,
be
yeah.
wrong.
Okay, and that's just on the other side, hey?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what to do. I have an idea.
Lupert has to stay outside. He cannot come through the door. He is too big.
I have an idea.
I thought Looper could go through the earths.
You're indoors.
Does he have stone meld?
He does not, no.
Oh, okay. Lurson does though.
Lurson does.
I see.
But yeah. Yeah, Trash Cat is with the other cats trying to like get, the vibe.
So, if you would allow this,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to do something that I assume that the druids around here would know how to do, but wouldn't be the normal method of communication because the goblins and the cats have kind of like built their own language between themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to cast Speak with Animals and then speak to this unknown goblin, this goblin I don't know at least.
Yeah.
In the language of the carriage cats, but not their not like the language that's built between them and the goblins, like
Their actual language.
yeah, their actual language.
What would you say?
And yeah, I want to just I guess I cast the spell. And I just lean down close and I take whatever is left of the berries and I gather them up again and I reach out and hold them out to them and I'm just like, hey, it's okay. I'm from here. I'm from the burrows. I'm from the proper burrows, not this place, whatever this is now. I'm one of you guys. It's okay.
He hears.
Look at my face. Look at these triangles. Look at my ears. Look at the markings.
So
I know we haven't met, but I am from here. It's okay.
So from everyone else's perspective, Linden just starts letting out rumbling meows and chirps. And this goblin, his ears basically go completely airplane. Just like when a cat is frightened and their ears just airplane out.
Yeah.
That they do that. And he starts to sob and shout and cry. He's like, no, you can't be here. You can't be here. No, I'm sorry. I should have done more. I'm sorry, no. And he just curls into a small ball.
Nightshade will turn to Lennon and say,
Mhm.
"Do you mind if I give him a shot?
And
He seems to be scared of his own culture. Maybe an outside influence might be a bit better."
And if that doesn't work, I can give a crack at it.
Right.
let's you know what? Maybe. You know what? Maybe. Lorson,
Yes.
can you still do healing stuff? You can do healing stuff. Can you help these guys?
How exactly do you want me to help?
I don't know. Isn't that what you do? Isn't that your job?
I mean, I can heal physical wounds, not exactly mental ones.
Well, that's fine. Just like I don't think this one guy can like even get on his feet. Just he's not gonna eat the berries. Like, can you like smack some health into him?
I'm
I don't know.
gonna be-
Nightshade will walk forward and outstretch his shadow will touch these goblins, and he is going to cast calm emotions on them
Nice.
So
to try to ease their panic, so we
Real-
can at least logic them out.
Real quick, Liv, question.
yes. What's up?
Sorry. Are healing potions ingested or topical?
It depends. The ones you have right now are poultices, so they're topical. There are drinkable ones, but those ones are generally more like higher quality.
Okay, so we can't just like pour one over him.
No, like you would,
Okay.
yeah, lesser healing potions are topical poultices. Like your superior ones are your traditional drinkable ones because those ones are explicitly magic. Lesser ones are more like herbs and shit like that.
Okay, soft magic. Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, do go on.
So you cast emotions, and Beanbag doesn't really change. He's fine. He's eating the berries. He's good. And he's just kind of looking up at Lennon in wonder. Like nothing changed with him. This other one, he's no longer screaming, but he is still crying. He's no longer he's no longer like horrified out of his mind. But like it is very clear that he is trapped in his own head just a tiny bit.
I'll telepathically reach out to him and just say, "Hey, talk to me. What's going on?" Is he responsive in any way, or just...
What you receive back is images, hard and fast images. Nightshade.
But he's not really talking or anything.
Hang on, Nightshade. I want you to make a charisma save, by the way.
Okay. And just straight charisma
Charisma
save?
save. Yeah.
Okay. 19.
19. Awesome. So you receive a feedback of images that come fast and quick and just boom, 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 boom. Like if you've played Mass Effect, it's the beacon on Eden Prime level shit.
Gotcha. Yeah,
right?
gotcha.
But you manage to hold on and maintain this connection and like hold it in your mind, and you see one like sequence of events play out that's kind of repeating itself in his head again and again and again. You see this druid a lot less fucked up than he was, wearing his traditional robes, entering into a deep dark cave. He is astride a carriage cat, a tall, kind of tabby looking one. And as he's going through, they talk to each other in their shared language. You don't quite pick it up because you don't speak their language. But there seems to be a mutual understanding between them. They move. You hear things like rattling across the rocks. You see them whip around as they hear something, only to find nothing there. They go deeper into the cave, till finally they are lit up by glowing gems. This gem that looks like two differing gems, a ruby and an aquamarine fused together in the middle. And as this young druid approaches it and reaches out for it, he hears a scream behind him. He turns around and sees his carriage cat, its neck held in the jaw of a massive pale gnoll, covered in blood and necrotic wounds, seeming to phase out of the mists. The druid screams, drops his torch, and runs. And then it repeats.
Okay. As Nightshade comes out of this, he relays the information and explains to Lennon that his carriage cat is gone. And there likely were what we saw earlier with people being wheeled out, placing bodies upon bodies. That carriage cat is dead to a knoll, and I would imagine their leader effectively fed them to it. Even if his first intention was to get it killed. Are you gonna be okay, Lennon?
Like
It-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Eddie, please, come on.
That's the most
serious
Eddie
moment.
shit I've ever heard. Oh my god.
Serious, like, about to cry moment. Here's some alcohol.
So for those of you that can't read the chat because you're on phones, Jade just put in the in-character emote chat, Eddie hands Lynn a flask. It is not water.
This is how Eddie knows how to cope with things. This is as close as this is Eddie trying to be caring.
Lynn, are you okay?
Yeah. I think I get it, is what it is. I think in this moment, like, no, like, seeing this, because I assume that, like, Nightshade kind of, like, does Nightshade just, like, tell us about this, or is it, like, through the telepathic link where we kind of are able to witness the thing, or what?
Did Nightshade hit the cast button on his brain?
I don't think I can hit cast button, no. I don't think I have the ability to do that, but
You can broadcast images.
I can?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
well then yeah, sure. DM says so, then yes.
Yeah, you've done it
Cool.
before.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just like I am here, I think the way I react in this scene, in this moment, is that I am quiet for a bit. And I lean down to this poor little, no longer terrified, but poor goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And I rummage through my bag for a minute. And I think what I do is I pull out a torch.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at this poor creature, and I look them right in the eye, and I say, do you know what the spell Zone of Truth does?
He thinks for a moment.
It does what it says on the tin. It's Zone of Truth.
I was gonna say, he thinks for a moment, and then he nods.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. I didn't actually know that rangers could do that. Alright.
I mean, it's in my spell list, so I assume I have it.
I mean, yeah, no, you have it. I just didn't know that you had it. Alright.
I actually have a sneaking suspicion that my spell list is not complete, and that's funny to me.
We can look at it after stream if you want.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm fine with the restriction I've accidentally given myself. But I would like to I very much would like to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
And
hit the cast on it.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna delete the calm emotions radius. If that's okay. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you
it's,
can be
it's
calm
pretty
and
much...
tell the truth.
I know. I just don't want like a Venn diagram on our.
Oh,
Right,
you meant
But like we know he's calm, and it's not
Yeah.
gonna affect anybody else. So
This is a Venn diagram of cute people and people who watch this stream. It's just a circle.
Yee.
But okay. Place it down. Linen.
Oh, I gotta put that where it goes.
Yeah.
Like fucking just like right here. That's fine.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
What I'm trying to do is, well, I don't. What I'm not trying to do is ask a question, which is kind of silly.
No, I get it.
Yeah. I look at our new little goblin friend.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they're calm, maybe I reach over and I grasp their hand and I look them in the eye and you're afraid because it's my fault that happened, right?
He shakes his head.
Then why?
He bites his lip, and you could see him like visibly try and resist the zone.
Mhm.
Not because he wants to lie, but because it hurts.
Mhm.
He doesn't resist for very long before he looks up and he says, "Wrong gear."
Sorry?
Wrong gear. I'm scared of wrong gear.
The hell is a wrong gear? This is what? Wait. This is not what I was expecting. Guys, hold on. What?
Hmm?
What's a wrong gear?
Are you asking that to the druid?
Yeah.
The creature in the cave. It showed up. I don't know when. I only know it. I didn't know it was there when I went down.
Well, when did that happen? Like this is this a year ago when I was kicked out? Is it something? Wait. I thought you were afraid of me because this was my fault.
I don't even know you.
What's going?
It lives in the mines. I don't know how long it's been there. I was told there was a gem mine. I was supposed to. Sorry, I was told there was a new gem vein. I was supposed to go down and set up guidance mushrooms. And oh, I was down there with Allah. I was down there with her.
Is Ala your cat?
He's gonna nod. And she said that she heard something, but I didn't believe her. I didn't hear anything. I thought it would be an animal. I was told that the gnolls had gone. That Ronkir was down there. And I don't know, it looked like a gnoll, but it was covered in these horrific wounds. It faded out of the mist. And it tore her throat open. All I could do was run. He's still down there.
Who said you couldn't go back?
Prosperity. He said that I lost my cat. I lost the thing that made me profitable. So I have to do what someone with no worth can do.
Hey, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Stop. You have worth. You have all the worth.
I have no cat.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Like it hurts, and it's sad, and I know that you're alone for right now. But look, okay. I've been away from my cat, and look at this guy, and I go to pick up Nightshade.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he so small?
If Nightshade allows me.
Yeah, Nightshade allows.
And I just show Nightshade to this little goblin. I'm like, there's more cats out there. And these ones don't care if you had a cat before.
He looks very confused. Lennon, how in tune would you be with your people's practices? Like druidic practices? Like, would you know the broad strokes, or do you know?
I intentionally did not go to druid school.
Okay.
I assume that there's not like a shit ton of rangers. Like I know there's definitely rangers because we need the cat tamers and stuff, but like I think it is primarily like a separate, like a lower position in this place.
Correct. Yeah, you would be correct. I just don't know like how much like you would have sought out on your own, like how culturally aware you are of your own culture.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you you see him like look at Nightshade and then just kind of look down and he goes, "Should be dead. I'm supposed to be dead. So one thing you do know, Lennon, is that like generally when a carriage cat dies or a goblin dies, the other one dies within roughly 3 weeks. This druid, he's going to pull his rags down, and you see emblazoned on his chest a rune that has been singed, like burned into his skin. Can I get an Arcana check from everyone who could see it, please?
God, Larson is so good.
Larson is the smartest. All right, Lennon, you have seen this once
Larson
before.
has been shown up.
You have seen this once before. This is a Death Ward rune. It is a rune that makes you invisible to the rider, the god of death. This goblin cannot die until this rune has been somehow deactivated. And with how it's glowing, it is the only thing keeping him alive right now. This goblin has given up on life. He is a dead goblin walking.
Yeah, but he's not. I look at this. I look at this goblin. I look at this goblin, and I just like, I think the look on my face shifts because like I think the way I've gone in this conversation is I am surprised currently, or I was surprised, and now I have an idea. Because if I know what that symbol means, like you've just said that I do.
Yes.
This goblin is currently functionally immortal?
He cannot be killed unless that rune is deactivated. He works off necromorph rules right now.
And
like he can be wounded, he can be maimed. He could have all of his skin flensed off his body except for that rune, and he would still be able to be alive, I guess, for lack of a better term. It's not great.
I think I just like I know it's not great, but like it to me that means he's not dead.
I mean, he still feels.
And he's not dead.
He still feels the pain of dying.
Yeah, but he's not dead. Like, if he's still alive and he's still working, there's enough, and like we have enough magic. This goblin doesn't need to die.
He wants to, though. Is the thing.
Yeah, but he's not going to because what I do is I take the torch that's been in my other hand since I started this conversation and I light it. And I hand it to this tiny goblin.
Okay. He
and
takes it and he looks very confused.
Good, he should be confused. I look at this goblin. And at this point, like I probably have a smile and like a little bit of a chuckle behind it, but it's like he should be confused by this. But I look at our poor little goblin, and if you were supposed to be dead, you would be dead. You don't even have a name yet.
He nods, like, but like he still looks like he's not quite picking up what you're putting down.
I nod at the torch that I just handed to him. And I say, my friend here is going to help heal you. And then you're going to get up, and you're going to go save all of the other goblins in the burrows.
Ow.
Because you have that torch, and you are a Lightbringer now, and that's going to be your name. And you're going to go, and you're going to get all of the other goblins out of here before anything bad happens. You're not dead, and you're not going to be dead. You are going to take everyone, and you are going to tell them your name, and you are going to show every one of these goblins that you are still worth it without a cat.
Is that the end of sentence, or are you still?
Well, yeah, I guess I wait for a response.
Yeah, because you kind of trailed off. I wasn't sure. Give me a persuasion check with with like advantage, because you're being very inspirational.
I would also like to make in that case before I do the roll. Like I will trail off for a moment, and I'll like hesitate on what I'm about to say, because I am like maybe waiting to see if the goblin says anything. But to cap it off, I just say, we're still in a zone of truth. You know what I'm saying is what's going to happen. And then I'll do my roll.
Okay.
With advantage?
Yeah.
I know that literally it doesn't work that way, because that's an opinion and not a fact. Like it's not a context where it's a lie or not, but it's fun.
It do make sense though.
It do make sense. He looks at the death ward on his chest. He looks at the torch, and then he nods. He's like, "Yeah, Lightbringer. I can be that. He looks very unsure about himself. But he does stand up. Like, just kicks his brush to the side. And he looks to Beanbag, who has been watching this whole time, like, stuffing his face with, like, all of the berries. like this was, like, a fat friggin' goblin. And, he is doing his absolute damnedest. Man has eaten, like, every berry you put down for him. Man is going to be not having a good time at the outhouse later, I'm gonna be honest, because of how dense those things are. Lightbringer raises the torch, and he calls out to Beanbag, "Come, we gotta get everyone out of here." And then he looks to you, and he kind of looks, "Where do I go?" Because bear in mind, this is still a kid, functionally, that you basically just turned into Che Guevara.
So basic.
Amazing. I believe Eddie has a map to our oasis, so I believe that would be a good option.
Okay. Oh crap! Didn't mean to do that. All right. So he looks at the map to the oasis, and he turns to Beanbag. He grabs his hand, and just God damn it! And just sprints out of the castle, like basically practically dragging Beanbag. And you could hear like whoops and hollers as they race through the burrows. You hear the sound of pardon me. You hear the sound of goblins. You hear carriage cats. You hear like just this massive like rumble of sound outside. and it just gets progressively farther away as they move away from the castle to the goblins that are closer to the mine and closer to the barracks. As they go into the barracks and into the subterranean like extension of it that like Linen you know is there, but the rest of you don't. Like you can practically hear it echoing in the ground beneath you as the burrows extend super deep into the mountain below you. And Linen, take inspiration. Take inspiration, because like that's actually a really cool thing. You've basically given this guy a whole new lease on life when he was literally about ready to die.
Is there a thing to track that, or?
Yes, the D20 next to your character portrait on your sheet. Yeah.
Wait, got it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you have that until the end of session.
Wait.
Yeah. So
so the other goblins are gone and we're alone in the room, just our party now?
You're alone in the room, just you and the unseen servants pushing brooms around because they just kind of follow orders. They're not intelligent.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear anything.
They cannot.
I assume they can't.
They
Yeah.
cannot. It's basically Roombas. Invisible Roombas. Alright, so you stand before this door that's lined with precious gemstones. These gemstones, both Linen and Lorson recognize this. These gemstones are the only thing that's real here. Because you're over a gem mine.
We ready?
Yeah? Yeah. Okay. That went different than I expected. I was preparing for something else.
No, you did good.
No, that was better than I was hoping for. That was really good. Right? That's hopeful. We can do something.
Mm-hmm.
Lennon, I just because I want to like set tone here, like the level of like good thing you did. If you had failed that persuasion check, you would have taken that torch and started trying to sear the rune off of his torso so he could die.
Mm-hmm.
Just to set the tone here, like the desperation the burrows are going through, because I don't think y'all have picked it up yet.
No, I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right, I'm gonna open the door and just. Whoa, sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to be really dramatic there. That went in a way better way. I was gonna stand there and claim that I was gonna be the destruction of the burrows. I was just gonna straight up say I was gonna burn this place down.
You inspired him. You inspired him to hope for a better future.
You did good.
Yeah. That feels a little better. Let's keep doing that kind of thing instead. How about that? I don't know what that looks like. That was kind of an in the moment thing. I didn't have a plan, but that was a better plan.
Plans are for cowards.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I shouldn't plan to kill everything. Not that I meant plan to kill everything. It's just I don't know.
No, I trust me, I get it.
You're a professional. Have a plan to kill everyone you meet.
All right, deep breath.
Let's go.
All right.
I do not open the door quietly. I open it up and just sort of swing it open so that it slams against the wall. And I just walk forward casually, but determined.
Hang on, stop moving. Let everyone else file in.
Please. And I want you, before I initiate the conversation, because I'm going to have words.
Okay.
I want you to tell me what I see.
So as you all waltz in, I'm gonna let Linen file in, pick where she's gonna stand.
Yeah,
this is
you know what? I would absolutely let everyone just push past me, though.
You would just...
With the one exception that as like Nightshade goes to like walk past me in the doorway, I would probably pick up Nightshade and put them on my shoulder and then walk in with them.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So as you walk in, you step into this ornate throne room. The floor is this carved nice stone. There are pillars here that look like they are made out of like granite. There are expensive looking suits of armor and candelabras everywhere. Like very much looks like someone just did not know what the feng shui was and just threw everything shiny and pretty in here. And atop this throne, with a covered canopy, covered in silk and this mahogany wood, sits a goblin. Mahogany. In a chair that is way too big for him, with a bulbous pouch of a tummy, and a dirty magazine across his face as he snores.
Crown or no?
Huh?
Crown?
He does not have a crown, but you see that his ears are actively drooping with the amount of gold earrings that he has. And none of them match. And Linen, you recognize this snoring sack of crap wearing a very expensive looking linen bathrobe covered in jewelry and just looking absolutely gaudy with this sickly green skin. And I do mean sickly green. Like, he does not look like he is... Like, he looks like... What's the word? When someone, like, gets, like, really, like, fat and doesn't take care of themselves and, like, their skin starts to get kind of
Corpulent.
gross. Huh?
Corpulent?
Corpulent, that's the word. Yeah, this really corpulent looking goblin. You recognize Prosperity, leader of the Goblin Burrows, asleep on a throne, wearing the bathrobe that you brought back to introduce Linen to your people, with a dirty magazine resting over his nose as he snores. Not exactly the grand, like, stop, villain thing that you had in mind.
You know, I was saying this loud enough to wake him. You know, I've only seen a couple of displays of falconry as bad as that. You know, it's just sad, really. It's kind of pathetic. You see, there was this one Duke I knew, Duke Baroth. He tried to get into falconry, but he didn't take care of his birds, and in the end, well, if you don't take care of something well, they either die or they attack you. And in his case, the birds went after his face. And I really, really hope that you see where this is about to go.
Another loud snore.
He didn't wake up throughout any of that?
No, he is conked out. Can I get, what is, okay, wait, I just read, what are y'all's passives? Like, just, I keep forgetting.
I think Linen would have the highest one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Passive what?
Passive perception.
Perception.
16.
16?
Oh,
Okay, well,
it's Jade then.
Okay, well, it's Linen's.
I don't know.
Look at your
It's
perception, and then it's in a parentheses right next to it.
Yeah, it's 11. No, 10. Perception 10.
Perception
I
10.
sucked at perception.
Alright.
Oh, my passive stealth rocks, though.
Oh my god, all of y'all have, like, real bad passives except for, like, Nightshade and... Alright, so Nightshade and Eddie. As Eddie is giving this spiel, Eddie, I don't think you noticed till after you're finished talking, because you can't... Like, Eddie's like the kind of person that would get in the groove. Nightshade, you notice a small shimmering in a bubble around the throne. There's a barrier. There's an arcane barrier around the throne, and you're fairly certain it's soundproof. Sound can get out, but not in, because you can hear him snoring. Like, Eddie, you deliver this speech, and then you recognize it. And you just kind of have that moment of like, fuck.
Liv?
Mm-hmm.
Liv.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you.
Yeah?
I'm just wondering, okay?
Uh-huh.
What are the rules for coup de grace in 5e?
Guaranteed crit.
Neat.
Yeah. Like, I'm assuming you mean, like, if someone is, like, prone
Asleep.
or unconscious or asleep. Yeah. Yeah. So there's
Asking
this.
for a friend.
Yeah, there's this
May-
there's this magical barrier around him.
I-
May I
Sound can
do
get
something
out, but
while
not
this is
in.
happening?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, this is going on with Eddie realizing there's a barrier and stuff. May I do something?
Sure.
Could I just like go check both the doors to see if they have locks?
Okay. Which one are you checking first?
The one we came in.
That door, does
Yeah.
have a lock. It's got a deadbolt. Do you lock it? I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. You check the other ones, or? Because Eddie gave like a decently long speech. You have time to move around.
Mhm.
Yeah. If I have
I was
time
being
while
dramatic.
Eddie, yeah, while Eddie's being dramatic, I'm gonna go and check if there's a lock on that one. I'm not gonna look through it.
No.
I'm not gonna look through these doors. I'm just gonna lock any of the ones that I can see for now.
This
I
one
will
does not.
telepathically ask Lennon. So, have you decided on what we're going to do with him?
Well,
I won't do anything.
I thought I had. I really thought I had.
Okay.
This door does not have a lock.
No, not yet.
It appears to be a very standard door.
Which way does it open? In or out?
It opens in.
Towards us?
No, away from you. Sorry.
Oh, wait. Okay, sorry.
Into the room.
See, to me, that means into the room that I'm in.
Oh, into the room that it leads to is what I mean when I say in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The door opens away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Away or towards.
Yeah.
Let's use that from now on.
Okay, I don't think I have any way I can stop that from doing anything then.
Yeah.
What about this last one over here? If I can get close enough to it without...
Yeah, like it's a little tight to get past the barrier. Like the barrier seems to be like basically a egg around the throne.
Okay.
So like it's just it's a little tight, but yeah, you can get in there. Door does not have a lock. But like you can smell through it. Like it absolutely reeks of like the cheapest, muskiest cologne that you've ever smelled. You can smell it through the door.
Does this one also swing into the adjacent room?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's all. At least one of them's locked. They're not going that way then. I return to over here.
So
Lennon, I won't do anything until you make a decision.
you kind of can.
I mean, I guess maybe we start asking questions.
Liv,
honestly-
I can, but I'm not going to.
I probably should have done that a while ago, hey? The asking questions bit.
Probably.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a few questions.
Has Lennon and has Eddie and Nightshade informed them this is a soundproof barrier?
Oh no, Nightshade was just gonna kill him.
Same. I was planning on if there's no physical barrier attached to it, I am
No, it is a
ready and willing to.
No, it is like an energy shield. Like
No, Liv, I was literally going to mag dump. For lack of a better term.
just mag dump all your spell slots into the shield.
Yes, exactly. I may have a third level
Jesus,
spell
okay.
that may also kind of not give a shit if it's a barrier.
Oh.
Because I deal with shadow.
Oh right, if there's a shadow
True.
being cast, right. I forgot.
So, but Nightshade is waiting for Lennon's word. Nightshade's not going to do anything until Lennon says it's go time. So,
Yeah. What's happening in my head for this scene at this point now is that like Eddie's done that thing, the little speech, realized that they weren't heard. I just walked around the room checking the doors, and then I went right back to where I was standing with the cat. And I think I don't realize that people are waiting for me.
Yeah, Lennon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes a little flick of the wrist is all it takes to change the future.
You mean like how, like, if you step on a butterfly and it flaps its wings, then the dinosaurs didn't happen?
You mean the
That
dragons
kind of
didn't
thing?
happen?
Kind of.
Huh.
I was more thinking about. I was more thinking about ending a hunt.
So, do we need him alive?
No.
I leave this up to Lydon.
I mean, like, if you asked me 3 minutes ago, I was just gonna, like, I thought the last room I was gonna walk in here and stab somebody.
Good.
Well, hold on. Like, do I still have the little observer in my bag?
Yes.
Look, sometimes when you're working in shadows, you don't get a big, glorious battle. Sometimes you just find your prey and end it as easily as you can with as little blood as possible. We have an opportunity here.
Eddie.
Nothing's changed since when you walk in that door. Nothing has
Eddie.
changed between you walking in that door and now.
Eddie. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. No, the I named a goblin. I named a goblin.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that. And I'm an idiot. This guy's probably an idiot too.
Yeah? This guy's an idiot who's hurt a lot of people.
Kind of explicitly.
Yeah, but I thought he did it on purpose.
Sometimes it doesn't matter.
I mean,
results of the
sometimes it
actions-
doesn't, but like, I'm not entirely convinced that he knows what he's doing anymore. Like, Prosperity used to be, like, I don't want to say he was good, but he had good business sense at least. That's where his name came from.
Lennon, if you really wish, I can help find out whether or not he's doing this on purpose or not. You can detect truth. I can probe minds. We'll find a way.
I don't even know that it would be that necessary. I think
I
we just
don't
ask
even-
him what he thinks he's doing.
I don't even think it's necessary because it doesn't matter if he thinks he's doing something good or not. We have the proof. We have the people in pain that are caused by him. We have him sitting in a crown, his ears laden with so much gold that he can't hear anything except the jingles of himself. It doesn't matter what he thinks. He probably thinks he's a good person
I
doing
get-
everything he can.
Well,
It
yeah,
doesn't
no, I get
matter.
that. That's what I mean. But I get that. Like, what if he doesn't know? What if he just doesn't know?
Is-
I've spent all
Then
this
instead
time,
of putting
like,
down a
this
tyrant,
whole
we're putting
way.
down a sick dog.
Well, I mean, I guess kind of. I don't know. I spent this whole time being so angry.
Mm-hmm.
This last year, I've just, like, Eddie, I don't even know you. Like, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you came from. I've just been following you around.
Yeah.
Do
That's how you
you
make
know why?
friends.
Do you know why? Well, do you know why I decided to be your friend? Why I decided to follow you when you just talked to me in the tavern?
Why
Because
is
I
that?
was in debt. I was in debt. I needed money.
Mm-hmm.
What I was literally gonna do was try to rob that tavern. There were a lot of people there.
That's
That was
fair.
a terrible idea. And then you seemed like you had your shit together at least, so. But that's
Yeah.
it. Like, I think I'm wrong. Like, this place is in shambles. This isn't my fault.
No.
We
It
just
is.
talked to that little goblin. We named that goblin, and
Yeah.
I
You did a good thing.
like, no, I did, but like, Did like, it wasn't my fault. They don't think it was my fault. I've been doing everything because I thought this was my fault, and I was going to come in here and just be the bad guy and get rid of the problem and let them all go on with their life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just going to be the bad person who solved the problem and nobody ever thanked, and that's because that's how it works, and that's how you have to do things.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened.
What, does this make us the good guys? Does that mean we're the heroes in this situation?
Just me, we're some.
What I was gonna do was be the hero. That was gonna be being the hero. Killing this man would be being the hero.
God damn it, Tino.
So why don't we kill him?
What is it? What would be the point now?
To be the hero.
The town?
Well, I'm not here to. We have a new hero. The little guy's a hero. That's the hero. They're gonna go save everyone, and they're not even.
Couldn't look you in the face.
But that's Eddie. They're gonna go be a hero, and they're not even gonna murder anybody. We don't have to be heroes. We just have to be here. We already did. We already did the good thing. We just have to show up. And we showed up, and now there's this guy. He's asleep. Like, I don't think we just murder him. I mean, if he did this on purpose, if he knows what he's doing and there's no remorse and there's an understanding, like, yeah, sure. It's literally always ethical to punch a dark paladin in the face.
So what I am hearing is we get the truth out of him and then decide.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I realized back there.
What I'm telling you is that the truth doesn't make a difference as to what he did. You want the truth? Fine. Go ask him, sit over a cup of tea, lay down Zone of Truth, and get all the little details so you understand his side of the story. Is it going to change anything? Is knowing the truth going to bring you that cat back to life? Is knowing the truth going to unstack the dead like cordwood? No. It's already happened. It's been happening. And we have somebody whose fault it is. We know how to solve this problem. It's what we do best, solving problems. And this is a very easy problem to solve.
I just don't know if that's what the problem is anymore. Because I'm looking at a sleeping... Eddie, do you have family? Do you have anybody?
No, not really. Most
Did
of my
you?
crew is
I don't know.
gone.
I don't know how
Haven't talked to my mom in probably around a decade now, and my crew is what I would have called family.
But like
So
you
no.
knew your you knew your parents. You knew you knew who they were. That kind of thing. That meant something, maybe.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. We don't do that. We don't do that. But like the family unit, like that's all of us. That's just all of us.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I am not used to family kicking out family.
Yeah, but even I don't know.
Lennon, I just want to make sure that I have the right vibe here. This man practically raised you, right? Like
that's where I'm getting. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
I just wanted to make sure that like I understood the Burrows properly.
What I was where I was going to get with that was to point out that we're basically looking at my grandfather and not just a random goblin.
The way Eddie responds about knowing family in a very short and curt way gives you the impression that this is not an argument that's going to sway her.
Eddie, have you ever played chess? Maybe that's a better comparison.
Yeah?
You ever play chess? You know the little
Yeah.
ones at the there's a whole row of them. The pawns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, those guys.
Mm-hmm.
In chess, how many of those do you have to kill to win the game?
As many as you need. As many as you need to control the areas you need to win.
I think Eddie might be a bad guy. I don't know.
To be honest, I don't play chess, so I think you might be right, and I might have just like walked into the wrong thing there. I was gonna say that like I thought you didn't need to kill them. To be honest, I thought that was optional. But I maybe you're okay.
No, you
Pretend what I just said is how it is, and then draw inspiration from that. Maybe. Yeah.
No, I'm
You get what
responding
I'm
to this. I'm responding to this entirely in character, just to clarify.
Same. This is all in character.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I think you're spot on. You don't have to kill the pawns in chess, but if you don't, you won't be able to control the areas that you need to be able to win. You won't be successful unless you do. So yeah, I think you're more right than you meant.
What about checkers? Is that different? Never mind. That's not going to make my.
Oh
point.
no, checkers! You have to genocide everything. No, that's a much worse example for you.
Humans make the weirdest games.
They really do.
Man, and now I wish Lupert were here. I found lawn darts!
Anytime Lupert's not on screen, chat should be asking where's Lupert.
Yeah. Like you just hear like through like your inter-party like AIM like AOL chat room like Lupert's like wandered outside. He's like, I found lawn darts, and then like 5 seconds later like, I lost a lawn dart. My back hurts.
Oh shit. I think we might have to be faster here. I just realized something.
What?
If there's something scary in the mines, we might have just sent the rest of the goblins down there. Get the rest of the goblins.
Oh,
out.
we're definitely taking care of that afterwards.
Yeah, we should do this quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone know how to wake this guy up? Eddie.
As Lennon literally says that, I fucking psychically scream at this goblin to wake the fuck up, you dumbass.
Before y'all do that, just real quick, I want to point out there are at least 2 additional rooms. I know, like I'm not like trying to railroad you or anything. It's just like y'all are asking all of these questions, and as I am screaming.
But
in our
defense
live, you put the most important character of the story in the 3rd room, not the last 2.
Behind a barrier.
Okay, Lorson can go underground. I can use psychic things and shadows.
Well,
and I am wet.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah. So yes, I scream at this man. Psychically, so the sound barrier does not apply.
He jolts awake. Like, page 7. He looks at you. He squints. Goes into his pocket, and he pulls out like a pair of like really thick-rimmed glasses. Lennon, he didn't used to wear these. These are new. He puts them on, and you can see that they are just as like ornate and like expensive looking as like every other piece of jewelry on him. He jingles as he moves. He's that like covered in wealth. He looks at you. He's like, "Oh, visitors! traders from the kingdom or the republic, perhaps? I've heard tell that my gold is to arrive soon. I mean, if you still want your jewelry, if you still want your gems. Like, his eyes have completely scanned completely over Linen. He just sees a Ganassi and a dwarf. And he knows that those have money usually.
Eddie, can you give me just like 5 minutes? And if it goes poorly, just like you make good calls. You do make good calls.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be upset if something happens. You'll do it for a good reason. I know that. But can I have 5 minutes?
Yep, I step aside. Sorry.
Well,
Changing direction. There you go.
I think as the party like steps away from me and like reveals that I'm standing here in the middle of the room, I keep Nightshade like on my shoulder or wherever. Assuming Nightshade wants to be there.
yeah, Nightshade's not pulling away or anything.
But I reach into my bag as I step towards Prosperity. And I just, like, in this moment, this is just... The anger's not there right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that this is still just... Somewhere in there, it's Prosperity. Like, not in there, like in them, in me. In my perception, it's still just a grumpy old goblin who was trying to take care of everyone as best they could. This doesn't look like the goblin I knew.
Yeah.
And I pull the little observer guy out of my bag.
The observer guy is still counting.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Like, and it is like, and its counting pace has stayed the same. So the numbers are now so high that like it is saying the number so fast it's unintelligible.
I love it.
So it's saying like, for example, 10 million in the same speed that a regular person would say the number 1.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's like that quick. You pull it out, and it's still counting, and he looks a little confused as the dwarf and the Ganassi step aside, and then he looks down, he sees you, and he's like, "Oh, Lyndon, you're back early." And like for a moment, you see the warmth and like pride in his face that like you saw way back when you brought back linen goods, and specifically the linen robe that he still wears. It's like the cheapest looking thing he owns. He still wears it even all these years later. And like
I think with him making that acknowledgement, I just like I think my demeanor changes and everything's a little softer than it was a few moments ago.
Yeah.
And I place the little orb of a creature in his lap, and I just look at him like, "Hey, Guido.
So
I was here to kill you."
So like just one moment, like as he says your name and he sees you pull out the thing, like you see like the same look that you saw way back in the day.
Yeah.
And then he hears the number being said.
Oh.
And his face changes and twists into this like really gross looking like smile. Like his teeth are like, at first you think his teeth are yellowed, and then you realize he doesn't have teeth anymore. They're gold dentures.
I'm gonna be honest here.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot why the observer was counting.
Because you showed it.
And now I remember.
You showed it the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like he starts like rubbing his hands together, and he's like, "Oh, that's a big number. Linen, what have you brought me that my little observer, my little guardian orb, still counting to such a large number?" And like as you put it down, it levitates up and it floats towards him, and it passes effortlessly through the barrier because it's made of his mana. He grabs it and like he puts its eye to his eye. He's like, what is, and like he's standing there for a minute looking at this. He's like, okay, so you went there and you went there. Okay, beads are fireball, those are relative. Okay, the statue. I mean, if you have the statue, that I could probably flip that for a decent amount of money. Let's see. Oh, those vestments look pretty nice. Yes. Let's see. That short bow, that stage prop from that famous play. Like, you just hear him tabulating, like, not just your loot, but, like, the entire party's loot. Oh, and that hammer is a big diamond on the like he's just mumbling to himself as he's just like looking at the observer's eye, and then she's like, "All right, I've seen enough." And he puts it down. He snaps his fingers, and the observer just disappears. It's gone, and you feel like a weight lift off your shoulders. It's no longer bound to you. And he holds out his hand.
Kind of liked the little guy.
He holds out his hand and he goes, "Well, you were sent out to bring me wealth. Where is it? Hand it over. Be a good girl."
Yeah, let him have it.
Like, his hand is sticking out. Like you can see a small ripple around the barrier as he's like got his hand sticking out.
Quick question, Liv. Check DM real quick.
Okay. Things can go out, but they can't go in unless he's holding it. I thought that I made that clear when I said that he grabbed the observer.
But he can hear us right now, right?
He can. He has basically, when he woke up, he turned off the soundproof.
Okay.
Like, basically, it was.
He has the barrier up, but he is reaching out, reaching out for whatever I'm gonna.
His hand is sticking out. Yeah, it's like.
Don't worry, Liv. Sound is all I needed to know.
Yeah, it's like the gun shields in Star Wars Episode 1.
Like, his hand is going through the shield?
His hand is going through it, and you can see like a ripple around it, where it's kind of like around his forearm.
Yeah. I think I just nod, and then I'm like, you sent me out to bring you back wealth.
Yes, and where is it, Lennon?
Yeah. No, I did that. I brought you back wealth. I brought you back wealth. And then I put my hand into my bag and I rummage around for a minute and I draw my hand out with my fist closed so no one can see what's in it. And I reach out and I place the thing in his hand.
Without like even like recognizing, he closes his hand around it like really quickly and just like yoinks it back in. And he opens it to look.
Hold on. Let me express what I am doing before
okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay. Sorry.
I don't have anything in my hand. Is the thing.
Oh, is this even funnier? He drags it back through. He doesn't even wait. Like, he thinks you put something in. He opens his hand, just like.
What I would like to do is grab hold of his hand. I would like to literally just hold his hand.
Oh, okay. You just grab his arm. All right.
Yeah, and it would be very funny if he initially reacts trying to like pull his hand back to see it, but that's funny.
Yeah. He's like, and he just like, he looks at you as you're gripping his wrist. Like, Lennon, what is the meaning of this? I am your elder. I raised you.
I know. Do you remember though? It's part of it. It's sorry, I brought you a bit of magic. It's hard to hold on to. We have to work towards it. Is that okay? This might be the most powerful magic you'll ever see.
Is it are you trying to deceive him?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I mean, I'm not. I'm literally not.
Oh,
but
you're not?
In his context, I'm not deceiving anybody. I'm earnestly saying the things I'm about to say.
Okay, okay.
I
then
believe
never-
full well what I'm saying, but to him it's probably deception because it's the way I'm using the words isn't what he's using them
Yeah,
to
I was
mean.
gonna say this sounds sussy. All right, give me a deception check at advantage because he does not believe that you would betray him. He is very conceited.
Nice.
Not that you needed it. All right, that's a 19. He's going
Sweet.
to nod. He goes, "I can." Did you learn plutomancy?
It's more powerful than that. And you
Oh.
I think you're even like almost getting like just it being here in the room, you're almost getting it. I can tell that it's like you're thinking of the right thing. You told me that you raised me. Do you remember that?
I do. Ever since that accident in the mine. And that is
Well, I don't mean
why.
that. Don't focus. Hold on. Just don't focus on the bad things. Don't focus on those things. Don't focus on anything negative. This magic works a certain way. Just follow me.
Okay.
And like, remember when I was little? And like every other goblin. Remember all the little goblins? My whole year of goblins. There were so many of us that year. And I was the only one that wanted to be a ranger. Do you remember that? Do you remember why that was?
He like looks up and off to the side and he just kind of like you see like the softness return to his face for a moment and he goes I don't. Just I remember that you're the last one left of that year. Why can't I remember?
Prosperity.
Yes, little one. The softness is still with him at this point.
Do you remember your own stories? Do you remember how the burrows got to be the burrows? You found this place.
He
And you raised almost all of us here.
looks down and he looks pensive for a moment and he's like, yes,
You were one goblin. You were one goblin and you had nothing in the world but you and your cat. And you found this place and you built the whole thing.
yes, I built it to make us wealthy, to make us strong, to make us rich. And I want to also point out, Leonard, like that is not the reason that you recall. The reasoning that you recall was to give the goblins a new home, a place to belong. The story has changed, at least the way he's telling it.
Yeah. I remember the stories though. I remember the stories about the goblin that found this place. I remember the ranger that found just this crevice in the earth filled with gems and brought us all here. Well, before me, but the other goblins?
So were you asking him a question? Or?
I was trailing off, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Like as like he's just standing there like with his arm, like his face is still relatively soft, and he's just like, yes. And I remember those harsh winters. I remember when the mine was getting started. I remember the first break. I remember the deaths. I remember. And
Remember that winter that we ran out of firewood? Remember the winter we ran out of firewood, so we all huddled up in like the deep mines near the thermal vents? And the rest of the kids were terrified, and I just looked up to you the whole time. You were fine. You knew we'd be fine. And
he cut
remember
you
how
off.
remember how we just
he's gonna cut you off as
Mhm.
like his face goes harsh, and he's like, I remember that winter. Because we didn't have enough money, I couldn't buy enough to keep us fed, to keep us satiated. I had to let our people die. I had to determine who survived and who starved based on who was the most effective, who was the most profitable.
I don't remember it that way.
You were a
What I
child.
remember, yeah, but what I remember, I don't care if I was a child. What I remember is that when the Harvest Festival came around, when the things we all loved and were supposed to do came around, and we didn't have the resources to do it, you were still there playing with the kids and doing the festival anyway. That's what I remember. I remember the prosperity that gave the little goblins kitty back rides, and
Kitty back ride.
I remember the prosperity who like raised all of us.
I remember the prosperity that let most of your. How would you, Lennon? Why would you like? Okay, what would you describe as like? How would you describe a like a not a litter of goblins, but like? Because I'm assuming I'm assuming like goblins just go on like a breeding season, like a mating season kind of thing. How would you describe like each generation of goblins? Is it just like years, or is it like?
I was kind of imagining it would be like each group would be like a year of goblins. Like
Uh-huh.
it wouldn't be like the same litter, but like the whole group, like they'd all have kids around the same time.
Yeah,
and,
that's
like,
what I'm
the
talking
goblins would be
about.
raised as a
That-
group together.
That's what
kind
I'm
of thing.
talking about. Yeah, like would it just be called a year of goblins, or would it be like a litter or something? Like just continue the cat allegory.
I don't know. I haven't thought that far.
But decide now.
Ah,
It's your culture.
a litter's fine. We probably adopted the word from the cats.
Okay. And he's gonna say, I remember this prosperity who let half of a litter die because he didn't have enough. And like
Enough what?
enough. I didn't have enough.
Enough what?
He just gestures vaguely. Food, money, shelter, warmth, people. I needed
Okay.
more. I need more.
Some of those are valid requests, some of them aren't. Like, to what end? Why do you need more? That's... Sorry, we're getting off track. That's not what I'm doing here. Prosperity.
One of those earrings would feed your village for a month, and you know it.
He shoots Eddie like the dirtiest of looks.
Sorry. To Lennon, obviously. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Lennon. What you saying? You doing?
Eddie, I don't think this is working.
He's gonna like he wrenches his arm. He attempts to wrench his arm away from you. And
Do I get a reaction on that?
Let's let Lennon have her moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wrenches his arm away from Lennon and pulls it back into the bubble, and he says, "So you've brought me nothing. I had high hopes for you, Lennon. When the gnolls came out of the mines, and that like ticks on your head for a moment. They didn't come out the mines. You were told that they snuck past you. When the gnolls came out of the mine, and they started killing our people, when they decided not to do what they said they would do, I knew that you, the one who brought us this wonderful cloth before, I believed that you would bring us what we needed to ensure that it never happened again, to give us enough, to give us what we needed. And I was wrong. You brought me nothing but platitudes and memories of those who died because I did not grasp for enough. Your mouth to feed. That's it. Leave. And with that, he turns. And the throne behind him, you note that like there are two large pillars in the rear of it. He steps behind the chair part between the two pillars. And there's this slight static tingle in the air. Like all your hair stands up on end. He teleports out. Where, you don't know.
Okay. Oh, really? Wow. Okay, plotter.
Hey,
Fair.
hang on. You're not done. There's more castle. Jay, did you think I would give you an entire castle and make the final, like, boss fight happen in, like, the second room?
Yeah. That's a perfectly valid way of building a castle. Yeah, actually, there's a lot of good ways you could... Anyway, it doesn't matter.
We have very different ways of designing, like, castles and shit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about D&D is how different every DM is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, he bamps away. Like, the barrier stays up, though. And you're left in this antechamber. He doesn't seem to have raised an alarm or anything. You don't hear, like, the rattle of gauntlets or, greaves on marble or any sort of, like, guards. It seems like he just assumed you would leave because he told you to. Lennon, can I get an insight check, please?
Yeah.
You don't get it. You saw the man who raised you periodically in there, but, like, something has grasped his heart. Something that taints all of your happy memories. Oh, sorry, all of his happy memories, sorry, with the negatives. When you were growing up, things were rough, and you do remember, like, a lot of goblins from your litter dying from exposure or just, like, really rough winters. You are the last one of your litter. But you don't remember it being that, like, calamitous. Stuff happens. People die. You're in a mining town. Like, you're relatively old. It's not, like, old, but, like, mature as far as goblins are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
People dying happens.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't have as intimate a connection here, but I did watch the whole thing. Can I roll an insight?
Yeah, sure.
And I've seen plenty of, people corrupted by greed in my day. That's kind of, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, like, Jade, like, your thing is, like, you've heard, like, I imagine, like, small talk just as you've been traveling. Like, Lynnon's probably talked about where she grew up. And it's like, yeah, no, like, you don't get it. You're just like, wait, that's the guy who raised you? That's your kindly old granddad? That's just an asshole old miser. Like, bruh.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
That's a despot.
Yeah.
I imagine that, like, maybe this is retconning slightly, but I imagine that would largely be, like, how I have expressed things about the Burrows is in, like, the positive light, other than the, oh no, I'm in horrible trouble.
Yeah. Because you want to go home. Like, that's been, like, your main thing this whole time. I want to go home. Like, why would you want to go home if the leader is, like, from the jump was, like, a miserly old asshole? Like you've seen him have moments of, like, being a little greedy, being a little, like, hey, like, being a little bit stupid. But, like, always in, like, Grandpa's got, like, toilet paper stuck to the back of his shoe again, not Grandpa just sentenced 17 men to death for calling him old.
Lennon,
Mhm.
I see all the death that we see right now. Was it worse when you were a child? Did more people die?
Oh, it's way worse now.
Right. I thought as much.
Yeah.
He
I don't know if we can
seems
save
to have-
prosperity.
he seems to have delusioned himself into thinking less people are dying now than they did before.
Because he's living well and he's not seeing the pain that the others are living in.
I was just trying to
It's
help
not
him
real.
remember something nice before something bad happened.
Something bad's already happened.
Well, I meant
And we may have
specifically
missed
to
our
him.
opportunity.
I don't know. I was hopeful for a moment.
Yeah,
Lennon, something.
try to hang on for that as long as you can.
Sorry.
But
Hmm?
try to hang on to hope as long as you can.
Yeah.
But you'll lose it eventually.
Lennon, I do want to add one thing that like I that came up, but like it kind of got swept up.
Yeah.
The way he described the Knoll attack, that
Yeah.
sticks in your mind like
Mhm.
a thorn. That is, as far as you're
Oh,
aware,
absolutely.
the
Don't be misled to think that I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, I just want to like give you like information that you would know. As far as you're
Yeah, okay.
aware, the mines are a closed system. Like Knolls being inside the mines, they wouldn't have originated from there. They had to have moved in at some point. And he mentioned a deal with them. That just sticks to you because it's just like the whole
I
point
mean, I
of the
think
mines.
I
is
think
that
I
they're a
started
closed
to
loop.
think that already.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that that's brand new information to me. That's just kind of confirming a thing that I already assumed the worst about.
Mhm.
So for me, for that moment, it's not, oh, this is new information. It's like, yeah, I know that. I was going to come here and pretend to be the ruin of everything to make
Okay.
that stop happening.
Okay, I wanted to just
Yeah.
make sure that that was a thing.
Yeah.
That you had.
Yeah. No, I definitely got it, and I have my feelings on it that are not necessarily spoken yet.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So there are rooms. What do?
So he just kind of poofs away.
He didn't really poof away as much as he went to his throne, and there's two
Mhm.
there's like a teleportation circle, for lack of a better term.
Yep.
Behind the throne. Lazy ass old man.
Why does he have a teleport?
Because he knew someone was going to come from eventually.
I feel like I'm simultaneously too angry in this situation and also giving way too much leniency. This is a problem.
Well, I know which side I'm on.
Does it rhyme with stabbing people?
It does rhyme with stabbing people.
Oh. I mean, I feel like that's probably going to be where it ends. I feel slightly less bad about it.
You know, that's worth something.
Yeah. I want that coat back.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the back of my head now.
The code you gave
So
him
it's
on your
like-
naming day.
Yeah.
I'll try to wash the blood off it.
Yeah, so I guess maybe right now I'm thinking of that as like a little bit of a consolation, because like, oh, maybe I have to
Yeah.
murder somebody who raised me, but also I get my coat back.
You know, I could probably do some fancy like water magic stuff to get with that coat all nice and clean for you too.
That'd be
It is
cool.
a
Can I
pretty
steam
nice
press?
coat.
Yeah.
Steam press. I mean, you need to find a way to like heat the water when you have to boil it.
I can do that. In fact, I will even just do that. I will conjure a little bit of water in my hand and then heat it up to boiling, because that's the thing that I can just do.
I didn't know you could boil water. Okay.
I mean, my fist can be fire,
Yeah.
which I was going to play off as scalding water because it's me. But yeah, I can make my fist any element.
Okay.
Okay, so all my personal plans have fallen apart here that I didn't tell any of you guys anyway. I'm winging it now.
Winging
Alright,
it's always
well-
the best time.
We go through all
Uh,
the doors, we take all the gold, we distribute it amongst the people, and hopefully we never see that guy again. And if we
There
do,
we go. That's what I was hoping for. Eddie
we
plans.
stab him until he's sad.
That sounds worse, but okay. Maybe. Well, it seems like that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
I was told to open the door.
I'm gonna delete Looper because Looper is throwing off the camera a little bit.
That's fine.
Yeah. There you go. So, this room. Lennon, you recognize this room. This is the study that you saw before. The one where you saw his notebook and you yoinked a page. On the desk, right here, you actually see the notebook that you took the page from.
I mean, we read the notebook, right? We gotta.
I don't see why. We're fine.
So, looking at this notebook, you recognize it, of course. It is his personal journal. And
Yeah.
now that you can see the entire thing,
I absolutely am not going to sit here and read the whole thing. The most I'm going to do is open it to like 5 different pages and see whatever the first couple sentences say.
fair. I wasn't going to read. I wasn't going to read you
Okay.
his entire life. I just was going to tell you what this notebook is. And then so like wait, like let me describe it, and then you can decide what you want to do with it.
Okay.
This is a journal that he seems to be in the process of converting into a memoir. It is the story of his entire life, his daily journal, from the day he set out to discover the burrows. It has every major moment of his life told with the perspective that he had at the time. And like you said,
If I am just skimming pages, I assume I'd realize that pretty quickly.
yes. So what I'm gonna do, Lennon, because like you're skimming and you're just kind of like blah 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 blah.
Yeah. I think once I realize that bit, like as I'm skimming, I start paying a little more attention, especially as we get further into it.
Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you three things, right?
Okay.
Give me a point in his life that Lennon would be interested in, and I will tell you what it says on that part of the, like in that general part of the book.
May I suggest a different thing?
Okay.
Because I don't think my focus right now is going to be reading about parts of his life that would be interesting. I think what I plan to do is steal this book so I can do that later.
Okay.
But what I would like to do for now is once I realize what exactly, like how, like when I realize the bit where this is his actual perspective on his own life, I think I'm going to specifically start scrolling through, not scrolling, but like flipping through, looking for any mention of like wealth or the like that type of thing, gold, wealth. Like I want to find where that starts to become a thing.
So, as you're flipping through, at the very beginning, it is very much like how you remember it being told. Him looking for a new home for everyone to prosper. Hence his name, right? Because he didn't have his name at the time. And it feels very, very altruistic up until one specific point in time. And it is connected to the page that you grabbed before. You recognize the page that you ripped out. It has been rewritten. And since he's been converting it into a memoir, it's more or less written in common because he wants to sell it, right? And so you finally get like a proper look at the page you grabbed written in a language you can actually understand. the writing is as follows. I found it. The big one. We're never going to go hungry again. We're never going to starve. We don't have to farm. We don't have to forage. We don't have to do anything other than mine. This Hearthstone is bigger than any I've seen, and it's still alive. So long as this Hearthstone is here, I can keep this mine going forever. I can make sure that we always. You keep going, and it takes a few years until you reach the date of your parents' death. And that
I have a
begins-
question.
Yes, go ahead.
Wait, we also might need an establishing thing, because I think I just established that that Burroughs goblins don't directly have parents per se.
Caregivers, I guess, would be like the proper
I think
term.
that's what it would be. It would be more like caregiver is a role.
Yeah. Like the
Yeah.
caregiver for your year.
Or for your year, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a teacher.
Yeah,
Like a teacher, but emotionally connected.
yeah. And they probably like at the very least like gave birth to at least some of the goblins in that year. Like for the because that'd be like the emotional connection.
See, my imagining in like just like for a quick like culture lore thing is that like it's like the people like obviously the goblins that gave birth know they gave birth and know that one of their kids is came from them.
Yeah.
But like culturally, I think they just kind of mix and match everybody. They throw them all in a big group, and then everybody feels responsible for all of the children instead of
like it's not like it's not like hard and fast like this is your parent. It's more
Yeah.
like, oh hey,
we are all
you,
the parent.
Yeah, it's more like, hey, you had a kid. You're the most suited. You had a kid. You're the most suited to be the guardian for this year.
Yeah.
Like, you get to be the one who raises all these kids and like, etc. Right?
Mhm.
But so like, but the death of your I'm gonna say the word parent because that's functionally what it is because we don't
That's
really
fine.
have
That
a term
works.
for it.
Yeah, now that
That's-
we've established what we mean in this context.
Yeah, like that. So this is like the death of your guardians, I guess.
Mhm.
And this entry goes as follows. It had to be done. I don't know why they went into the mine. They had an entire litter of goblins to look after. I hope that Sydney forgives me for what I do. They got too close. If they found the Hearthstone and they knew how this was going, this could put everything at jeopardy. They didn't feel anything. The rocks came down before they could even know what went on. I will take care of the year of the litter from here out. I have to make sure this never ever gets back to me. And then like you see in the margins, like little asterisks, like rewrite this section to make me seem more heroic for the memoir. Like, Lennon, you vaguely remember your initial guardians?
Mhm.
Like, you remember them being this, like, really nice couple. Like, they, like, were sweet. Like, they sung, like they were unequivocally good people. And you
Mhm.
vaguely remember receiving word that there was a mine accident that they died in. And that Prosperity was going to be the one in charge of your litter from then on.
Mhm.
According to this, written by his own hand, that only happened because he killed them to stop something getting out. Or some information getting out.
Do I recognize, because I know it's come up before,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if that's just been in the session or if it's something I've been there for or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize what a heartstone is? Do I know what that word means? I think I do, but I
Yes.
don't know for sure.
Yeah.
The thing that makes dwarves
You
go.
know, you know because of Lurson.
Okay. I think I like fold the corner of that page.
Mm-hmm.
Just I like earmark that page. And then without closing the book, I hand it the book fully open to that page to Lorson.
And Lorson read.
That's a great question.
I mean, I can speak common.
I know, but can
No.
Lorson read? That's the question.
But it's not a question for the character sheet. It's a question for the character.
Yeah.
This would be int, right?
No, this is you. What's funnier? Can Lorson read?
We leave it up to fate. I'm gonna let you choose that answer.
Oh my god.
Amazing, actually.
Lorson?
Because remember, Lorson did receive a note and then handed it off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lorson, your education was to follow orders and listen to scripture handed down by preachers that read it to you. Anything
I bet
with more than
Lorson's really
three...
good at reading specific scripture.
Yeah,
I bet
like
there's things that Lorson could look
yeah.
at and be like, I know what that says, but I don't know how to read it.
Lorson can read scripture, and that's it. But like anything longer than 3 syllables makes your head hurt. And you don't even have anything in there, so you don't understand why that happens. This has too
That
many
is not a
syllables.
word.
The word
That's
syllable
not
has
a
too many
word.
syllables.
I think after passing the book to Lorson, I would probably step over to Eddie and just be like, I agree with you now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, for what it's worth.
me too.
There was one more entry, but it's kind of funny that you left it off before then.
You got all you needed out of it.
Yeah, I know. No. Like, I am totally down for this. Like, there are multiple, like, ways to fucking look at Prosperity as a character. I just, like, I really like that, like, we've settled on this one.
So, the people of this town, with some trade from Oasis, and some support from the gold and marble in here that can be given to the people and sold for the town, they can get back on their feet. We gotta take care of whatever's down in the mines, but yeah.
Do we, though?
Sometimes you don't have
Do we have to take care
know?
of... What if we just seal them in? What if we just get everyone out and just seal the mines? But I want to know what it is. I bet it's a vampire. It sounds like a gnoll and a vampire.
It's definitely a vampire and all, no question.
Yeah, and just like professional curiosity. I've never seen that before.
And like vampires and gnolls both are caused from like, evil blood stuff, so like it makes sense, right?
Are they? Yeah. Huh.
But
Eddie, you would have loved Ranger School. It wasn't so much school, It was me and Prosperity sitting under a tree talking about monsters a lot.
I'm just imagining, like, in Prosperity back when he was, like, back before he went, like, absolute batshit for stuff. Like, he just had, like, big book of monsters. It's like this children's book, and he's doing his absolute best to teach you. It's like you have all of these happy memories of him, and it's just like, oh, but he did some, like, fucked shit.
Lennon?
Yeah, Eddie?
I have some bad news for you.
Yeah?
It gets easier.
That's horrifying. That's actually the most horrifying thing I've heard you say. Because I actually understand that this time.
Yeah. Let's strip this place of valuables and give it to the people. If we see him, we know the only thing that we can do. And Eddie will just start walking away. Oh, Eddie, hang on.
Is Lennon standing still on purpose, or is this brain lag?
I haven't moved yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Lennon stew for a bit. This is her grandpa, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can
Larson,
you can
open it.
continue with
Okay.
the other two for a moment.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything planned. I think it is just literally like me stewing in the situation.
Okay, just let you gather your thoughts.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
So who has Prosperity's journal still? Is it like did
I
Lennon
handed it
take
to
it back?
Lorson.
I do.
Okay, Lorson still has it. Okay. Lorson, you have this book you can't read. All right. All right. So, Lorson and Eddie.
I just realized that means I didn't explain anything. Just my opinion on the situation has drastically changed, and I haven't told anyone why.
Yeah.
I think that you. No, I think that I mean, we can roll insight, but if we want us to, but like I think it's pretty clear, even
yeah,
without
yeah.
reading over your shoulder, it's like, yeah, that was a diary. You now understand, and that's why I said what I said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Funny. Let's go burr.
I'm literally just like in my head imagining like those kids that met Stalin. Like and like you have all this stuff of like, oh man, but he seems so nice, and then like it's Stalin. You know?
I have no idea what you're on about, but
No?
Lorson walked into a new room.
I'm familiar with the concept of it. There was a thing that happened in the U.S. that was a similar thing where questionable political parties would throw big like events and give out like little trinkets and stuff, and then people recently have been looking through like their grandparents' stuff and finding like really like messed up memorabilia about things just because of these random like innocuous seeming political events from the past.
I think
Yeah.
Lynn's more
PR
trying to get to the
events.
point that like decent people can really become monsters if given the opportunity.
Or monsters can pretend to be decent people if it's beneficial.
I feel like I was saying the same
yeah.
thing. The people
Okay.
hosting the event are the monsters, not the people who got the trinkets.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. If we want to
Yeah.
be pessimistic, we can do that too.
I mean, look, okay, like there's two options here, right? Either he's a good guy that turned into a monster, or he's a monster that pretended to be a good guy.
So what's this room like?
All right, so this room, sorry, like I'm sorry, everyone was so spread out. I was just kind of like letting people settle for a minute. All right, so this bedroom, as you walk in, is a very well appointed bedroom. Eddie, this room would not be out of place in the kingdom. But like not like a high class bedroom. This would be like something that you had when you were a kid, and you weren't exactly that rich. Still richer than most people, like because you know the kingdom. Like the floor of being poor in the kingdom is higher than being poor anywhere else. But still, like really cool to look at. You see a solid marble door on the west wall, and to the south, what looks strangely out of place, a shabby wooden stable door, not unlike what you've seen like on the carriage cat stables. And you see dry, musty hay poking out from under it. This looks like where like he spends his nights.
Yeah, that must be where his cat is.
Lennon,
Mm-hmm.
something strikes you. You know Prosperity's cat,
Mm-hmm.
and you realize something. You haven't seen his cat in about 3 to 4 years.
Has there been any like announcement or any
No.
mention of them? Like, does anybody? Is it just like a weird thing where we haven't seen the cat in a while, or is it like
it's just like a
we
thing
know
that's just
something?
like
Okay.
it's something that's like weird, but that like didn't come up.
Yeah.
You know, like
So, Smuggler Brain is basically assessing and putting gold prices on everything in the room,
it's
just so I can tell the goblins what to strip and what not to? You know, what's going to be worth the resell? Because I know
much
secondhand
do you-
markets.
Yeah, like,
Eddie, how much do you sound like Prosperity right now?
yeah, actually.
Because that sounds like you're
Mm.
doing exactly what he just did.
Yeah, no, actually,
Yeah,
though.
except
like,
I'm giving money back to the people so they can rebuild the town. I'm not hoarding it.
damn, where's this like change in Eddie come from? Damn.
Hmm?
I don't know. Eddie's usually a lot more greedy than this.
But we have to take him down first.
You know, sometimes people say things, I'm like, oh, the way you read subtext is really interesting.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Look, I know DMs that use subtext and they're all cowards.
Subtext DMs are boring. I'm gonna be honest.
Look, I'm out here just like airing like character trauma. That's all I'm out here to do. Like combat, nah. I want your character to go to a
Live.
therapist at the end. Roll initiative against the therapist.
Oh god, I do that every week.
But yeah, so this bedroom, it's very well appointed, but not super good. Like, Eddie, you feel like if you flipped everything in here, you could probably get like maybe a few hundred gold on the resellers market.
Ah, wow.
I noticed that Larson is standing beside this bear skin, probably a rug, I assume.
Yeah, there's a bear skin
It
rug,
is
yeah.
fuzzy.
So I would like to go stand beside Larson and just like look at the rug, and then may I make an attempt to identify this bear?
Sure. It would be nature, survival, or yeah, nature or survival check.
Yeah, let's go with nature.
Nice.
Okay, like, are you trying to identify like?
I
Like,
want
you-
to know who this specific bear is since I rolled so well. No, I don't know. I just want to say a silly thing about a bear. I don't have anything planned. I just want to walk up to Larson and be like, "Oh, this is that kind of bear."
It's a grizzly bear.
It is fuzzy.
Alright, I peek in this door. Is there a cat inside?
You peek into this door, and you see a carriage cat tree. It is just as luxurious as the ones that are used for like multiple carriage cats. The hay on the ground is nice and soft, like it's been it's continually like replaced like every day. There is a food trough that is full of food, and water.
Mm-hmm.
Lennon, Lennon, you're going in here, right?
Yeah, the second Eddie opens the door, I realize what's going on, and I run over.
You step inside, Lennon, and you're struck with something that kind of like shakes you to your core. This place is maintained as if a carriage cat could come in at any moment. But you look at the tree. The tree doesn't have a single mark on it. Carriage cats use these trees to sharpen their claws.
Yep.
It's completely untouched. The food also completely untouched. In fact, if you look down the waste chute and you see rotting, uneaten carriage cat food. This, like,
I have a question.
yes.
What do we feed the carriage cats?
Mostly.
I assume that they mostly eat meats.
Yes, they do.
But there's a little bit in my brain that's like, have we invented kibble yet?
I mean, you could.
I'm going to say yes, but like, okay, you guys have been to like
Prosperity
a
is
Walmart.
not feeding this cat kibble.
No, he is not.
Prosperity
Like,
is being extra.
No, you guys have been to a Walmart pet section, right? You know that like pet food is like super fancy and expensive that you have to keep in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you've basically invented that.
Oh.
And he is feeding the cat. That you are feeding the cats this. Like it is like the highest quality food that you can keep for as long as possible. While it also being easy for them to eat. But like, Lennon, this room, based on like what you know about carriage cats and what you can judge, this room has existed for about as long as this castle has. This tree is roughly that old. It is over a year old. Probably started construction right about when you left. But a carriage cat has never been in here.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm?
You said there's walls on all sides of the windows, right?
Yes.
How's there a tree growing here? Oh wait, druids. Never mind. Duh.
Druids. Yeah.
Just disregard.
These trees are grown. These trees are grown and then semi-petrified to serve as scratching posts.
Right.
It's basically
I was about to
petrified.
say my understanding was that they were intentionally killed, and that's
Yeah,
a different thing than what you said to the same effect. Yeah.
So, Prosperity had this room built for his carriage cat that no one has seen in years, and he keeps it perfectly set up for the cat to be in, but it's never been used.
All right.
I see Lynnon's
Oh, next
eye
room.
twitching, and I'm wondering, like, if there's a thought there.
My current thought is how well would this place burn with all this straw?
Oh boy. So Eddie goes, "You're going up to the marble door?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could tell
Easy
me.
game.
You could tell me if you're trying to lock the gate. So you go up to this door and you note that it's locked. You see that there's a large lock in the shape of a carriage cat head in the middle of it. You whip out your picks and just go, oh, easy. One pick in one nostril, other pick in the other nostril. You give it a little wiggle, like you're trying to make it sneeze, and just with a ka-chunk, the door, the lock pops open.
Fun fact: Eddie actually hums while she's lockpicking and does not realize that she's doing it. It's just something that she does as you know when she's lockpicking. It takes a few moments.
You open the door to see a massive pile of gold and treasures, as well as prosperity, like basically like sitting in front of a gold pile, trying to mold it almost like a sand castle into into a vague cat-like shape.
So can I get a surprise round? I'm not going to let him monologue anymore.
I mean, I wasn't going to let him monologue. Maybe I'm just gonna say, like, let the others file in first. Remember, Jade, like, not everyone has like the lightning reflexes that you do. Like, all right. So
That's a lot of gold.
yeah, Lennon. As like, since this is your grandpa, your villain here, are you gonna let Jade just run up and give him a bonkin, or like, are you going to do something?
Does Eddie look like they're gonna just run up and stab this guy?
Jade?
Absolutely. And as far as Eddie's concerned, you already gave your consent. And you can revoke that right now. But as far as Eddie's concerned, you understood.
Yeah. Let me may I think as a non-character person for 2 moments?
Sure.
Of course.
I do want to remind everyone we are coming on the last 15 minutes of our session here as well.
If this is going to be like an official fight, we may want to save it for next time.
I don't think I'm going to interfere with. I don't think I'm going to interfere with Eddie. Well, maybe. Hold on.
If we go a little over for like the fight, that's fine. He's not like a
Yeah.
final boss. Or is he
I
should
I
be.
think what I do is I do draw my bow as I enter the room.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. For the most part, I think I want to look intimidating and see what happens. I think.
Okay, so you're basically giving Eddie the go ahead to go punch him.
Yeah, I'm gonna see Eddie do some things.
All right. So as you come in, he's trying like in vain to mold this pile of gold into a cat shape, but he goes, "Come on, come on! I just told this spell would work. Why won't you work?" Eddie, go for it.
All right. Check thing here real quick. Do not have access to Radiant. Okay. Eddie is going to bolt into the room as fast as lightning. Just immediately crouch, sprint forward, come up just outside of his field of view, and I am going to grab him by the neck and slam him against the wall.
All right. I'm assuming this is a opportunity, not opportunity attack, a melee, like a melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hit it.
Right.
All right, and then we'll roll initiative.
I don't know if there's a thing that I would like to do in this moment that I don't know if it's possible. Because we've been a little unclear on exactly how the telepathic group chat that the cat can set up works.
Have we?
Well, there's like different elements of it that I don't know if like how much of it is like literally rules as written or how we've decided it works.
It's basically just a Discord group call.
Yeah. But what I'm wondering is, because we've established that Nightshade can send like images in this, like the thought in image form.
Yeah, sending a PNG. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the want in this moment to maybe have to in the group chat, in the mental group chat, have ask Nightshade to link in prosperity.
Okay, Nightshade will.
And then this is what I'm really wondering, if this is the possible bit. Can Nightshade act as a go-between from my thoughts and memories and feed those over to prosperity?
I'll allow it.
Okay. That's that. I just want to set that up. I want prosperity to be able to be linked in.
Okay.
And then I'm not going to interfere for a moment.
So, this is happening as Jade is running up, right?
Yeah.
So the thought that you hear broadcast from him is, "Why isn't it working? I was told that if I did it right, if I got enough, she'd come back." And then the rapier happens.
There's a specific memory that I'd like in this moment Nightshade to be broadcasting over to prosperity. Assuming Nightshade's willing to do this for me.
Yeah.
And I just want the memory of prosperity teaching me how to ride a cat.
Oh, I know. How is someone? Okay, you know what, Nightshade, is someone?
I don't
aware...
want it to be sad. I want it to be like a happy memory of like the two of us and
bad girls
and stuff.
I'm asking like Nightshade, like when someone gets like linked in to the psychic Discord call, like do they get like the Discord ringtone, or is it just like a thought enters their head?
It doesn't. Let me quick check.
I'm asking you. I'm not asking mechanically. I'm asking what
Okay.
works for what is Nightshade's like? Because we've not established this, and this is
Nightshade,
where
it's not like
gonna-
it's not like a ring, pick up the phone. It's very much of you are in the call now.
Okay.
Like it's all of a sudden you're in the call. You're in. Nightshade's decided that you're in the call.
Hold on. This is fun though. Does Nightshade have a thing that they say to inform people when they're being polite about it?
I mean, he can.
Nightshade.
He's a cat, so being polite never really has crossed his mind. But
Ah, I see. That's a good explanation. I like that.
Nightshade opens his mouth. The Discord ringtone comes out.
Okay, but which one? Like, is the Halloween one, the Christmas one, or
The Halloween
the
one.
Normal. Yes.
Imagine the Discord call thing, but played on a water phone.
All right. Okay. I think Jade's getting antsy because the hyena has stopped moving. All right, hit it.
We good?
Yeah, you have advantage. Because like he stops as he's going. And he just kind of like thinks like, why am I thinking about that? And then the rapier comes down, and that
No, it's. I'm using the rapier because that's the what I have my attack wheel tied to now. Same damage, but no, this is me going up, grabbing him by the neck, and slamming him against the wall and holding him there, pinning him by his neck over the floor.
Right. So you slam him into the floor, or okay, you slam him. He's going to make a con save.
Yes, correct.
Boop. Don't want y'all to see it because it's funnier. All right. So, how does stunning strike work? And you're spending your key, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't refund if it fails, does it?
Hmm?
It doesn't refund if it fails, does it?
I can't use it unless I hit.
Oh, well, no, you hit him, but he passed the con save.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm asking, like, do you get the key back if it fails or no?
No, I spend the key to attempt.
Okay, yeah. So, you slam him, and he looks a little dizzy for a second. He shakes it off, and he's like, "But how did you get in here? That lock was state of the art." Jade, you know for a fact it was not.
If he has time to open his mouth, then I'm not punching fast enough, and I'm a monk.
He's thinking it. He's thinking it.
Okay.
Fuck you.
He must be a quick thinker then, because this is not monologue time. This is punching time.
Spellcaster. All right.
So that's 2 more attacks from Flurry of Blows.
Mm-hmm.
Is he considered restrained now or no? Just
No,
I guess I
because...
didn't. I didn't roll it as restrained. Okay.
No. That is.
Does that hit?
That is a miss, unfortunately.
All right. Well, next attack. Same as last.
That's unfortunate.
Bonus action to attack, because that's the thing I can do as a monk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that'll hit. No, that hits. Alright. So you just go in and you just smack his ass as he's kind of like panicking in his thoughts. And those thoughts are getting broadcast through the psychic group chat. I would like initiative from everybody, please. And Jade, you got your turn.
Yes.
So
I still roll initiative so I can be added in the next turn, though. But yes.
Oh, you would have gone first anyway.
Yeah, I'm just that good.
Oh, I actually no, I guess not.
Ooh, dang.
All right, so hang on a moment. Oh, this is awkward. Why does it do this for monsters like this? You sense this. So Lorson and anyone who has, like, I guess ears, You note disturbances in the gold piles.
Oh, good.
As invisible creatures move to
And
defend
I want to
their master.
reinforce.
Huh?
I want to reinforce that this is an overwhelming aggression. This is Eddie coming in, grabbing, striking before he can open his mouth, before he can incant something, before he has a chance to voice anything else. This is just Eddie on him, just like the rain falling.
Okay, all right. I got you. Eddie has initiated instant kill mode. Got it.
Yes.
All right.
The,
For
the
Eddie,
second I realize how brutal this is going to be, I just close my eyes and just keep thinking about the better times.
Hmm.
see, why do I get the feeling that like Lennon is trying to like nah, Grandpa, no, Grandpa, you could be a good guy again, Grandpa. And fucking meanwhile, Eddie is just like, you gonna see God today, Grandpa.
Liv,
Uh-huh.
I will be perfectly honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
My only intention is that I want him to think of something nice as he dies.
Oh. I can't tell if that's fucked up or not.
A little bit.
It is both comforting and cruel. I love it. No, genuinely, I think it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's comforting because it's giving him a moment of to remember what he had, and it's also forcing him to think about how he lost it.
All right.
That's actually beautiful. I love it.
Nice shade, your turn.
All right, my curiosity is screaming at me, but I also know it would not be an effective combat move. So I'm gonna just dig into my curiosity for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody told him he could get his dead other half back. And that's what sent him down this path.
Okay.
So I'm
Did you read the journal?
No,
What?
but I can see a empty cat room and an insane man. That's enough context clues in my mind.
And also
I mean, he
and
said
also
something about the
thought.
spell when we walked in.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody from Nightshade's perspective, somebody had to have told him that there's some way that if he hoarded enough gold away from his people, he could get his cat back. So I am going to probe his mind to find out who exactly sent him down on this path.
And this
That
is
seems really important right now.
and this is a deep probe, yes?
Yes, be a deep probe.
Let's see.
Oh, wait. 1 sec.
Okay.
1 sec, Liv. Make that a disadvantage, actually.
Oh, alright then. I'll roll it again.
Okay, this one seems really important, okay?
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. That's
Jesus
clutch.
Christ. Alright, so yeah, he fucking nat won that.
Okay, sweet, good.
So you pierce into his memories, and you find the moment that he was told about this. You see him waking up one day and going to where his cat is supposed to be, and it gone. No evidence of a struggle, just completely gone. And the memory fast forwards a little bit, and it's like a little bit on, a few months on. And you see this goblin meeting with somebody wearing fine robes and handing him a small slip of paper with an incantation on it. And the words come to you. This spell will bring back any one thing you have lost, your one desire above all things. You simply need to want it enough. You simply need to have enough. The man in the robes, you recognize. It's the Duke. Duke Gearden.
Gotta feel him.
Was that the guy who was the vampire?
Nightshade rolls his eyes and says, yes. The vampire. Fucker, it's rooting for you.
Wait, what? Would you say is that last part?
Fucker, I was rooting for you. Nightshade wanted to believe like he actually meant well.
There's
But
you do sense like the desperation from the memory.
right,
Like,
but either way, the Duke is now setting people on paths of self-destruction on a major scale.
mm-hmm.
And that can't really be denied anymore.
Yeah.
Also, as far as like Nightshade is concerned, and as far as like all cats are concerned, when you fuck with someone who is personally connected to them, morality is a moot point.
That's fair.
And Nightshade is he's quite disappointed in the dragon folk because, you know, his daughter really tried to convince him, but
I mean, that's you only have that snippet.
but for Nightshade that's all that matters.
That's fair.
It's like as far as Nightshade is concerned now, the Duke is the reason that he was sent down this path.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, before it was he had a good reason to do it. He was being greedy and slightly evil for good purpose.
Mm-hmm.
After this, he just focused in on doing evil just to get his other half back. That's my turn. Eddie, take it away. I've beamed up that
Eddie's already
information.
done.
to everybody.
Eddie's already done. Your turn.
I already have
Oh.
my turn. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was my turn, so
All right.
hey, we got the info. Cool.
So an invisible force treks its way across the gold, and it slams against Eddie. Being invisible, it gets advantage. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a 21.
Nice.
So Eddie, this invisible force that you can't quite see, you really only hear the jingling of the coins. It slams into you, dealing 1 bludgeoning damage.
One.
Just the one.
Understandable. Have a good day.
These things are fun. They're not here for a lot of damage. Alright, Prosperity's turn. So our boy, our little man, our child, so he is going to look to you and he's going to say, "No! No, you're not supposed to be here. I almost have enough. I almost had enough." And he is going to turn to y'all and hit y'all with Cone of Cold.
Ooh. Yeah.
Actually, hang on a moment. I'm going to make him move first because I just realized that Cone of Cold has a really... The way cones work in Foundry is really fucky. Just put that there. Alright, measure template, and then...
Oh, right. The stunning strike didn't hit, did it?
No, it did not. There
Nope.
we go. That's what I
Okay.
wanted. So, skaboop.
Dang.
So, everybody, please make a con save.
Sure.
Okay, that's an 11.
Oh.
Constitution. There we go. Found it. And I resist acid, not cold. Okay, just had to check.
Yeah. 14. Okay, meets it, beats it. Alright, so Linen and Lurson take... $18 cold damage. Everyone else takes half.
Alright, you want us to manually apply it to ourselves?
Yeah,
or-
just apply it to yourselves because I don't want to do it to all of y'all.
Okay.
Sorry, was I one of those?
Yes. You failed. You take the full 18. Everyone else takes 9. Unless you have a cold resistance I don't know about. So yeah, he just brings his hands together, and his hands are visibly crackling with magical energy as he's almost seems like he's overcharged. He brings them together and shoots out this massive blast of cold air in a cone in front of him. But the crackling doesn't go away. Oh, crap. I really wish I just had the things for that. So I would like to ask y'all, can somebody please roll me a D100?
Ooh.
Just one of
Somebody
us.
or
Just one of
yeah.
you. Just one of you.
Okay.
Who wants the luck?
I'll do it. Come on.
Oof.
33.
33.
Mhm.
Oh, I think I get it.
All right. So his body begins to crackle with magical energy. Like he is absolutely just buzzing with it. Like it is coming off him in sparks, leaving scorch marks on the walls. He is going to use his bonus action to cast
Well-
to nimble escape and get the hell away from Eddie.
I was going to on the reaction. I should have said this earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt. We are going to use Hellish Rebuke as a level 2 spell slot.
Okay. So he's going to make a save.
Dex save.
That is a success, so that's half damage.
Okay. See how much damage.
28.
Nice.
My god.
That's a big number.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. All right.
So 14.
He says
So
he
half.
takes 14 damage, and he is going to. He's gonna use his disengage to go over here. As he's just panting and like holding his wounds. Like he is very visibly charged with magic. Alright, so he screams at his servants. Stop them, you idiots! I need to bring her back. So this servant is going to step towards Lorson. And Lorson, you sense an invisible force looming in front of you that's just kind of like blocking your way, kind of like trying to block you in.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to. Oh, damn it! For gore. It is gonna hit you with a slam. It's supposed to have advantage. I forgot to click it because you can't see it. So yes, that's a miss. It misses you. Give me just a moment, y'all.
Okay.
Meow.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. All right, so it is going to miss, unfortunately, but it's still going to try and block you in. Lorson, your turn.
Mm,
We still can't see them, correct?
thinking.
Yeah, you still can't see
No.
them. They are fully invisible.
Oh.
What is the dwarf boy gonna do?
The dwarf is thinking.
Oh, don't hurt yourself.
It hurt. I could do one of two. But so we'll just go ahead and lay on hands. Larson is going to touch his own chest. He's going to like beat on his chest in terms of like just how he's wanting to apply this. Just pounds on his chest and heals his full 18
Mm-hmm.
real quick. And you're saying it's intentionally trying to block me, so
Yeah.
it's generally that kind of area.
Yeah.
Am I able to go around it at all?
Give me your
'Cause I
path.
would've
Give me your path, and I'll tell you.
Essentially down and then I'm assuming this is a column, right?
That's
in
a
front of me?
column, yes. You cannot pass through a solid column.
Then I would go in front of Nightshade and then come around.
Can I use
do that.
my is talking a free action
Yes.
for you, Liv?
Yes.
Okay, I will kind of say all of them. Stay away from prosperity. I think I got him.
You think you got him.
Yeah.
We got him, boys.
Good to know, Cat.
Mainly because I don't want to kill my party members.
But yeah, I would go in front of Nightshade and then around. Ignore how much movement has currently happened. It's just because of
Yeah,
trying to show a path.
I trust you to keep track of how much you actually can move.
Would that be all right, or am I getting?
That's
blocked?
fine. Yeah, you haven't collided with
Okay.
anything yet.
And for bonus action, Okay, yeah, no, bonus action, we're just going to apply Shield of Faith.
Okay.
To myself.
He did a lot more damage to y'all than I thought he would, so now I'm actually a little scared.
That will be all for Lorson.
Alright, Lennon, your turn.
Hello. What's my movement? What do I have? 30 feet. How big is this room? I have a question.
Yes.
I know that there's invisible guys in my way.
Yes.
Does a disengage get me past that safely?
Unless you, like, walk directly into them, yes. Is that your path?
Not to go over there, though.
It's up to you, it's your
Cat
grandpa.
did tell us.
Yeah. I'm not gonna like try to control how you want to take care of your character arc, Lennon.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on doing a stupid thing for now.
No, be
think what I wanted-
stupid. D&D's more fun when you're
it's fine,
stupid.
it's fine. I'm gonna
Like,
cast...
if you want to have a character moment, have your character.
I'm gonna cast Slayer's Prey on him, so then I can do extra damage next time I do the weapon attack on him.
Okay.
That's a bonus action. I can do a normal action.
You can.
Ooh. You know what? Let's do my job right. I'm what, a monster hunter, monster slayer? I can do this. I can do hunter sense. Targeting the prosperity.
The damage immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, and what they are. So
if there's nothing, there's nothing. I'm just
he
curious
doesn't
if there's
have any
anything that might help us, or-
vulnerabilities, but your hunter sense does grant you. I will grant you one thing. The magic that is charging him, it's unstable. The next spell he casts will do, if it is a damaging spell, it will deal maximum damage.
Interesting.
We're much closer to death than we may be aware of. Got it.
So, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I can't do anything about it now. I used my actions and bonus actions. No, I think I'm just worried now. Yeah, shit.
Grandpa
I
got
guess that's my
hands.
turn.
I mean, he just hit us with a 10th level spell and we're level 5. So, like, you know.
10th level
Yeah.
spell? That's not a 10th level spell.
It's a 5th. Cone of Cold is a 5th level spell. You get it at level 10.
Oh, okay.
If you're a caster class.
Okay. Look, you said
Sorry,
10th level
I
spell.
said that. I phrased it weirdly. Yeah.
All right. So you hear jingling as the servants move. So that one's gonna move there. That one's going to move there. And you can see from, like, small footprints in the gold that the servants have moved to surround prosperity. Like a wall. As he's, like, mentally commanding them. This servant is going to move here. And he is going to attempt to bonk the Lorson. It's probably not going to work, but... Lorson, does a 21 hit you?
It does.
Okay, take 1 damage. Alright, nice hit, your
I
turn.
just healed that
All right.
damage. That is rude.
Lennon,
Get 1 little chip.
you might want to look away.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
The slurping sounds. Oh no.
So like all of the gold on the floor just turns completely black as shadows encompass all of it. Almost as if just a portal has become the ground as what appear to be echoes of the shadow demons of old are bursting at the seams into the world. And they wreak havoc on everything around them.
Jesus, alright. So he cries out as he's like, "No, my gold! No! No, I had enough! I had enough!" Give me damage, please.
Well, they must make saving throws.
He did.
Oh, okay. Damage is...
Alright.
And this is periodic damage also, if he doesn't move out of it.
So does he have to move at the end of his turn, or?
It is...
If you start a turn,
end your
in it,
turn.
take...
If you end your turn.
End your
so,
turn.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on his, if he doesn't move out of this shit on his turn, he's also fine.
Oh boy. Alright.
He's also blinded.
Jeez. Alright.
Look, I told Lennon to look away for a reason because this one's kind of mean.
Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, he's not looking too. Well, actually, you can't see him. Actually, you're just hearing him screaming from inside. All right. So, that'd be Eddie's turn, right?
As these tentacles burst out of the ground, Eddie charges into them.
Does Eddie take? Eddie takes damage upon entering, doesn't she?
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
no, this thing does not care about friendlies.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's
Eddie, you're also blinded. I just want to point that out.
Not gonna stop her.
I think that's
Might
gonna
stop
stop
her.
her.
I
That's a-
mean,
that's
yeah,
right.
but it gives me
That's
disadvantage on
damage.
attacks, but I'm still going to be fighting.
So that's a crit. Hey.
Oh, are
is
we
that how crits
are we
work?
playing with crit save rules?
Is that
we
how that
have-
works?
We
No?
have been, yeah.
I had never noticed.
It's because y'all don't crit fail your saves very often.
Yeah, we did it to
When we-
make spell saving spells more
Yeah.
impactful. Unfortunately,
do
it's biting us
fail.
in the ass.
Yeah.
When we
like,
do
Okay.
fail, it ends up being during dialogue.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, y'all have not actually failed a combat save in like a long time. I think the last one you failed was like back in like session 1. But like it rolled minimum damage anyway. So yeah, all right. Zeno, give us a crit on Eddie, please.
Okay,
That's a lot of die.
31.
I'm sorry, Eddie.
Wait, what? I thought it did 2d6.
It does 4d6.
Oh,
Eddie,
it says 2d6 up on the thingy.
Half 2d6 cold and
2d6 acid. So you can half the acid.
Oh,
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's supposed to only do
Wait.
cold at the start of a turn, acid at the end of a turn.
oh, okay, no, cut that 15 and a half live.
Oh, wait, hang on.
So it's 2d6 at the start,
Hang on. Okay.
and then
hang,
a
hang,
2d6 after.
Hang. So wait. So which one is first? Which damage
The
is
cold.
first?
It's cold and then acid.
Okay, so Eddie takes.
I take no cold damage because I did not start my turn in there.
Wait.
It doesn't say
And
anything about entering. It's just, do you start your
yeah.
turn in it? Do you?
There's
end
nothing
it?
about entering.
Okay,
It's
hang on. So how much? Wait,
start turn and end turn.
hang on. So I got to
Mhm.
adjust. I got to adjust how much damage the prosperity took then. The prosperity would have taken. Okay, okay. Prosperity has more HP than I thought. All right.
Okay.
All right. We're Gucci.
All right, but that will become an issue like later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Eddie will take that.
I will take no damage right now because that happens at the end of my turn.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes. All right. So okay, so you're currently blinded, so you're punching a disadvantage.
Yep.
Wait, hang on. Wait a minute, Eddie. Hold up.
Yes. Do I
As
hit?
you
Yes.
run towards prosperity,
Oh yeah. Give me any free strikes that are relevant. That's fine.
you bonk into something between you and him. It feels vaguely humanoid, but is too tall to be a goblin. You bumped into an unseen servant. Just you're punching the servant.
Well, I can't see. I'm just in a blind rage. So okay.
So that's a strike at
Does a 19 hit?
Okay, yeah. 19 hits the unseen servant. Yeah. So give me damage.
Question.
You did okay. You did just enough to kill it. Well done.
I hold on.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. It's fine. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh,
That you
Lorson can tell
slash
where the
through-
servants are.
Huh?
Well, no, I was going
Mhm.
to say
Yeah.
the servant should have taken damage, but I forgot it hasn't been their turn yet.
It hasn't been there. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. You have to start your turn.
Also, I just realized Lorson can see them through tremor sense.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
true. Only if they move though. They're
Mhm.
standing still.
They move
No,
at
they
the end
have
of
been.
whatever.
Yeah,
They
I
have
know.
been.
So Lorson would know where they are. Yeah, that's true. All right, Eddie. Oh wait, okay, you did roll that disadvantage. That is a miss.
Okay. I will take that 2d6.
So no, it was a crit. Remember? So that you
Okay.
take 13. Oh, you take half acid damage, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So
I resist acid.
Yeah. Okay. So 13 divided by 2. So you take 6 acid damage.
Okay.
See,
Man,
now the
Foundry
real
gotta get
question
real
is-
better at having like phase damage types. That's really
Mhm.
annoying.
Now the real question is, Liv, where did you have that other unseen servant that would have been close to Lorson?
Oh. So Lorson, there's one here, and there's one here, and there's one here.
Okay.
None
So I
of
was
the
gonna
rest of
say,
y'all can see
technically,
that. So
if
don't
any of
even-
them tried to move back to him, I could have opportunity.
Yeah, that's a whoopsie. That's
He's okay.
yeah.
We pick it up from here on.
Yeah. All right. So is that the end of your turn, Eddie?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how to end my turn.
Mouse over to the carousel and just click the arrow on the right side.
Oh.
All right. Unseen servant. Fucking gonna start its turn. So I guess it makes a dex save. I literally don't think it can survive. So Xena, roll damage. Yeah,
Sure
no.
thing.
Yeah, it fails. I'm pretty sure it just dies regardless. Yeah, it evaporates. It evaporates.
That is 7 initially, and then 2 on the
Mhm.
follow-up.
Well,
Oh,
I was
friendly
gonna say,
rating,
just
guys,
roll
friendly.
2d6 because it's just start of turns.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have that much in the way of health, but
I was just more so saying, so we wouldn't have to try to split it up, like
Yeah.
9 total kind of thing.
yeah,
Mhm.
I got you. I mean, you can expand the damage to see it, but
Okay.
hi Raiders, we're in the middle of a D&D combat. Thank you for coming. But all right, so it's now Prosperity's turn. He is still crackling with wild magic, and he is going insane. His mind is flooded with the happy memories, being combated by the absolute blind rage of seeing all of this gold be destroyed. And crackling with magic as he is, he throws a fireball wherever he can reach it. Which would be, oh, come on. Which would be about there.
Did he make his save?
Oh, right, his save.
And then new set of damage.
Yeah.
He is
give
also
me-
blinded.
Fireball. He's just throwing it randomly. He knows where the middle of the room is. He's just literally throwing towards the middle of the room. That's the fun thing about blinded. Save spells still work. Like so long, like if you don't need to see something, you can just throw it. Like it's like throwing a hand grenade into a crowded room.
Okay, I'll give
The spell
you...
literally says a point within range. It doesn't talk about having to see it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I initially give you damage already?
You did. Wait, hang on. That
Well, you gave damage for the unseen servant.
I saw. Yeah, you did. Okay, I saw 7. I saw 7 on the first roll, so I'm just gonna roll his. I'm gonna roll his
Okay.
save.
I mean, it'd be the same for both,
Yeah, like.
I guess, so...
All right. Yeah. So prosperity takes half damage, so he's going to take 3 damage, and then crackling with wild magic, he throws this fireball. Everybody, including him, makes a dex save as this inferno, crackling with wild magic, explodes.
Ow. How does one
And-
roll for concentration?
And he casts this at 4th level. So it does 9d6 fire damage. So 9 times 6 is 54 damage. Isn't
Oh,
wild
just
magic
maxed.
fun?
Max damage roll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with I use an expanded wild magic table. He rolled the one that guarantees his next spell is max damage. Most of them
Okay.
on there are actually negatives, which is the fun part. You literally rolled the one that was the most annoying, like the most like negative.
Mm-hmm.
But so who all passes? The DC 14.
That kills everybody.
Everybody passes except for Lorson, and also Prosperity, because Prosperity's gonna die anyway. So that was
That's
54 damage.
27
still
to
kills
damage.
me.
That's
54
27
damage.
damage to everybody.
27 damage.
Yes, Liv, that outright kills most of us.
Now, yeah, I know. Fucking, it's the dice. It's great. But as he throws this,
Put it this way. Eddie, did you live?
9 times 6.
I made the save. I have not been told how much damage to take right now.
20,
Eddie's gonna be
27.
Minus 26.
Everybody's dead.
Good night.
Hang on. Let me finish. Lennon, you've been broadcasting happy memories at him this whole time, right?
hmm Well, as long as Nightshade's still doing that, I don't know what Nightshade's needed to do spells. I think
Right,
Nightshade,
Nightshade
might
could just do
need
it.
it to concentration on hunger.
Lennon, I want you to describe the happiest memory that Lennon has of Prosperity. This is important.
From my perspective, or well, not from my perspective, because that doesn't make sense. That's not what we're trying to achieve. I think there's only one thing that makes sense, and I don't know that like that Lennon realized this before today. But I think the memory that like in this moment that like he'd probably be trying to push onto Prosperity as just like the last nice thing would be Lennon getting back from the name quest.
Describe it to me. Give me it. Like, I don't want to say your life depends on it,
Mhm.
but
Well, I mean, we've established that Lennon was like
No,
and
no,
probably
no, no,
probably
no.
not. No,
Sorry.
let me explain. I'm
Sorry.
I'm giving you the details in a way. Please let me get there.
Sorry.
I have a process of explaining things.
Okay.
Because what I was gonna say was sorry. Lynn is the last ranger. Is my understanding of how we've established this. But like I would believe that she's not like just like the last one that's like a ranger currently, but like is the most recent and last one to be trained that way, which is why Prosperity was the one to do the direct teaching for that. But I think the specific memory is this name quest, and I think maybe it took a while. I think it took a while I was gone trying to find the right object to bring back to be named after. And I don't know, it happens. Goblins go missing. Sometimes they don't come back. Sometimes they find a better life and you find them 20 years later in Baldur's Gate. It happens. Well, not Baldur's Gate. That's a different world. Sorry. But I think that's the memory, is me getting back, just like whoever was at the gate to the burrows at the time, looking out and making the call that a goblin is approaching. And from my perspective, I think I just see like up at the gate like a head pop up after that announcement, and it's just Prosperity there looking worried and then excited, and he runs over to make sure I'm okay. And like I don't think really there's anything hugely special about the moment other than that I got home, and at one point we did have a good relationship.
Is there like a hug there or something, or is it just like?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
It's just what it would be is like me and my cat coming back through the up the pathway to the burrows up beside the river. And then as Prosperity realizes like which goblin and cat it is, runs over. I assume probably even with Prosperity's own cat in tow. And I think it's not supposed to work this way. But Prosperity's Prosperity, and I'm it was the name quest, so I think I present the item to Prosperity like immediately as they run up to me. And it's just like a sweet moment. I'm excited because I found a cool thing, and they're excited because I'm not dead. And I don't know. I think that's like the sweetest moment we have together, is just like that, like at least maybe on Prosperity's end, it's just that like, oh, this little goblin is still here and learning things I'm teaching them, and they're okay.
Oh, you broadcast this memory into Prosperity's head. And as you're like looking at him, like from behind the arms of Hadar, you see his face scrunched up in greed and rage. And then for a split second it softens. He remembers you coming up the path. He remembers seeing you and your carriage cat. He remembers the well of joy, like knowing that you're alive and not dead. And he remembers embracing you in this big bear hug. His face softens. And the gold around you all comes up around each of you into a large, molten, solid egg around each and every one of you. Just. And the metal gets red hot. Absolutely boiling red hot. Touching it is enough to hurt, to do damage to you. It's swelteringly hot. This heat rages for a good few minutes. And then melts away. When everything is done, there is no prosperity. There is no gold. The room is a blackened out husk. As the gold that was used to surround you and protect you from the inferno completely liquidates and just seeps through the grout of the room.
Oh shit.
The love that you held for your grandfather broke through, and he saved you with his last reaction.
Live.
And that's where I'm going to leave it. Sorry,
Live,
what?
live,
Yeah?
but live,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What?
This is out of character. This is out of character. This is me as a person who just witnessed a kind of cool thing, asking for like, is this what actually happened?
Yes.
Was that the spell?
Yeah, that is actually one of the that is a spell. That is
Okay, I was interpreting that as being the spell that he was given. The you have to want it enough. Like the like.
Oh
I was
yeah,
interpreting
no, yeah,
that is what made
yeah.
that happen.
Yeah, that's okay. That
Okay.
is that is the spell. And
Cool.
Eddie, remember how you wanted plutomancy spells?
Peace.
There you go. There is an example of the power of gold and the power of wealth and greed you have now experienced firsthand. That spell is somewhere in this building. You just gotta find it. But we're like 37 minutes past where we're supposed to end. People are mad at me. So we're gonna head out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hope you all enjoyed.
have a good one, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow, where we're gonna be doing some VR stuff. Have a good, everyone. Bye bye. Love you.
Bye. Later.